Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Nintendothon. Today, I will be your host for at least a little bit. And with me is the Tom, the
Yes,
Tom, that
the
Tom.
Tom.
Yeah. So anyway, welcome everybody. Here we are at block 3 of 4 of Paper Mario 1. We shall be doing chapter. I do not want to do that. We shall be doing chapters 5 and 6 today. If you're familiar with Paper Mario. If you're
Mhm.
not familiar with Paper Mario, basically we're going through the mid games. So yeah. Hold on.
I was originally meant to be in for block two. Had some HFC stuff to take care of, so Ryan took over for me. Thank you very much, Ryan. So I get to do Yoshi's Island and Flower Field. Yay!
Yay. Okay. So anyway, let's go. Oh wait, hold on. There's. How's it supposed to? Colorado, I think is how you're supposed to say his name. Blah
Yeah.
blah blah. I want to be Indiana Jones. Okay, so anyway, oh look, a tuna. Boom.
I should really get some Paper Mario tunes blasting in my ears right now, so I'm not listening to Deathly Silence and you, I guess.
Oh, okay. Deathly Silent sounds like the world's worst video game OST ever.
Yeah, it's the sequel to Heavy Rain, I guess. Before we continue, I actually have a couple of donations to read out, if I may.
Sure, go right ahead.
Okay, these came in overnight, so they wouldn't have been read out at the end of A Link Between Worlds. £10 from Mechavert. Here's my contribution to a great cause that I truly believe in. Thanks for streaming and encouraging others like me to donate. £106 from Rupture Farms.
Holy shit.
Yep, we at Rupture Farms wish to show our support for the traditional sport of Wacka hunting by donating towards the Kill Wacka incentive. I think this has already been added, by the way, by Mia. Should you need a buyer for any lumps you collect, feel free to contact us. Also, try our all-natural Soulstorm brew. Subtle. £1 and £1 is the last one. Dimitri and Hunt, I think that's pronounced. Also, to the reader, my name is pronounced Dimitri, so much pronunciation. I am here donating this amount of money to mine because, well, I wanted to donate £1, and so on. All money goes to runner's choice. So what would it be, Ted?
um, what's the save and kill Waka at the moment?
I will have a look.
Uh, Because if I let Waka die, my friend Catherine's never going to let me live it down. So I should
Yep.
probably just put it to save Waka just in case.
Let's. Oh wow, it's super fucking close. Kill Whacker, 229. Save Whacker, 228.69.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to put this to saving Waka then.
Okay.
Because yeah, my friend Catherine who does various streamy type things with me. She would never let me live it down if I didn't.
Good
Okay.
stuff.
So here we're fighting the Fuzzipede, I believe its name is, and this is a pretty unique enemy in that I don't think you can ever get its title entry, like ever. I think it might be the only game in the only enemy in the game to do that because it's always the inside of the whale's stomach is always dark, so you need to have Watt out in order to attack the Fuzzipede.
Oh,
So
you mean naturally, not just because Nintendo doesn't really know how to emulate their games.
oh yeah, I don't. I'm sure that they have a title entry like coded into the game just in
Yeah.
case, like just as a failsafe. But unless if I'm mistaken, I do not believe that there's any way to see it normally
Okay.
just by playing the game. So that's interesting. It's a really easy fight. All you have to do is just make sure to attack it while it's on the ceiling with Watt, and then it's really no big issue. So yeah.
Hmm. Do you want to know our total for donations overall?
Overall, sure. I know that we passed Sunshine sometime during Link Between Worlds, though. So,
Yep. That was our final goal of the marathon, but we're still taking donations, including this. We have 6 days left of the marathon. That's 3 main days and 3 days where we'll be playing the incentive games you guys unlocked, including, of course, a 100% run of Mario Sunshine by Some Call Me Johnny, and our running total is £9,830 and 36 pence. So if we make £170 today, which I think we will, seeing as this and Star Fox Adventures are a good run for a day, we'll reach £10,000.
oh yeah, that would be like, you know, like I
Good.
yeah, that would be. It's a nice round number too, is the thing.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
of course, like our goal was 9,600 pounds because that was the approximate translation of like, I think 1,500 15,000 US dollars, which was our
Yeah.
original goal. But
Yeah.
since we're now doing it in pounds, it'd just be nice to have a natural a
Mhm.
natural clean number.
Also, I'd like to point out that 9,600 isn't technically $15,000. I was just giving you a little bit of charity leeway here and there.
Okay, yeah. It's approximate though, I think.
Mhm.
You know. Okay, so anyway, chapter 5, which is one of my favorite chapters in the game,
Oh yeah.
actually. I love this place. It's got some of the best music. The dungeon of this area is pretty good, and I like exploring the jungle too. I think that's a good time, so.
I also really like the partner you get here because she can destroy the boss.
Sushi's really good, but Sushi, I find myself almost never using Sushi after I get out of chapter 5.
Yeah.
Oddly enough. Whereas partners like Watt and Bo I use throughout the entire run of the game. Stopwatch. And also a coconut, which I do not think, I think you can cook it for something, but. Okay, now I was actually oh wait, hold on, I can use Watt for this. Apparently there's supposed to be a hidden block somewhere on the beach with a repel gel in it. So I'm going to keep Watt out to look for that because it would be very helpful to have an extra one of those.
Oh, is
Oh,
what's passive ability to reveal like hidden blocks?
yeah, it is. Okay, there it is. An extra repel gel. That will be crucial for trying to get the. Oh, there's another block over here. What's in here? Oh, it's a mystery. Okay, well, all right then. But yeah, having an extra repel gel to spare. I don't usually get that because I didn't know it was there. This was something I looked up just a little bit ago. Having an extra repel gel to spare will make the anti-guy unit fight an awful lot easier. So yeah. Oh boy, jungle fuzzies. This is now actually what's funny is you don't actually need to fight all of the enemies that are attacking Colorado. You can just walk past him, and he gets really annoyed at you that you didn't help him.
Don't you find Colorado's dad in the second game?
Yeah, although he's dead, so
So, spoilers, Ted. Jesus.
It's the first chapter is not spoilers, okay?
Are you like up to that point in your playthrough?
I believe we actually got to that point today. Actually,
Awesome.
part 5 I think was like the first half of Hooktail's castle, so I believe that should be today. And
That's
I
pretty
really
trippy. Get into like a castle as like the first chapter of like a Paper Mario game.
it's kind of well, I would say it's kind of tradition, but then I'm thinking about Super Paper Mario, and they actually do the desert world in the first chapter for some reason. So
Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, yeah, Super Paper Mario is a good game. Like I know a lot of people don't like it, and people have sort of eased up on it since Sticker Star came out. But I've always been part of always been part of the camp that thought that Super Paper Mario was a good game, but not a great game like the first two. So
Well, the character's okay. The story is kind of dull. It's a dull RPG and it's a dull platformer, but I don't know. Also, the NPC designs are awful.
oh, like all the blocky things.
Yeah, that's not even stylized. It's just lazy mishmash of shapes.
Eh. I do
Indeed.
think it has some of the best villains in the series in like all of Mario though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The characters save Super Paper Mario because like the dialogue and such is as good as ever, and I guess the locations are pretty good as well. Like, is it the underwear?
The underwear, yeah.
Just
I
don't get that one.
well, I do think that there are a lot of really kind of touching moments well, not necessarily touching. There are a lot of very powerful moments in Super Paper Mario, like especially
yeah.
when like Chapter 6 kind of happens, and that's all I'll just say about that.
Yeah.
But because that's a spoiler. But okay. Anyway, I'm gonna check a few things. I don't need the coconut. I don't need the repel gel, and Okay, yeah, I think I should be good. So anyway, basically, I think it's. Oh yeah, also the music that plays in this area is a remix of, I believe, the Yoshi's Island title theme.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Donnie who ran that for us for the Nintendothon.
Yeah. Oh, spear guys.
Goody.
I could fight them. Yeah, I'll fight them.
Got a couple of new donations. £10
Awesome.
from Proto the Pro Dude. Hello again, streamers. I plan to donate £5 each Paper Mario stream. Missed the last one, so making it up here. I'm rooting for you, Ted. Use this to save Wacka, and here's to the happy sun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you wanted me to show the Happy Sun theme, right? Was it? Yeah. Because normally, like, I didn't know that that was a thing for like years. That the sun had a happy theme.
Yeah, the sad one's better though, I think.
No, the sad one is definitely better because,
Oh, so
but
good.
like just the fact that it existed was shocking to me. So
Mhm.
yeah.
£5 from Hick Warrior. Hey guys, I'd like to congratulate you for getting to the estimated goal you guys set out. Well done. And thanks to all the runs, they were quite enjoyable. Put this towards Save Wacka.
Yeah.
Doing good, Ted. Keep it up and keep wanting to save Wacka.
Ah, damn it. A lot of okay, so that's the annoying thing about Chapter 5. I will say. Oh, do I still have Spike? I don't know if I have Spike Shield on. But the annoying thing about Chapter 5 is that almost every enemy in the jungle can spawn helpers, which
Oh, yeah,
is
I remember
obnoxious. So
Yeah.
hold on, I gotta remember to put Spike Shield back on because everything in here has spikes. So
You're so much more technical when it comes to playing Paper Mario than I ever was as a child.
well, no, I was come on, dude, really. But no, I was just as bad, I think, because like I would keep Spike Shield on for bosses that didn't have spikes on their head or whatnot, and I would only ever use like attacking moves and stuff like that. It's just because for a while the only RPGs I really played were Paper Mario and Pokemon.
Hell yeah.
So it's just I think starting right around the senior year of high school, I started playing other RPGs, and it really got me to think more carefully about playing games, even games that I've been used to playing for my basically my whole life. I've been playing this. Paper Mario might be one of the games I've played more than any other game. No, I do not have. I do not have. I do not have. I do not have.
What don't you have, Ted? Please, the suspense is killing me.
No, that's just me being a stuttering jackass. No, I don't have. I think I might have accidentally bumped my mic. I'm sorry there. I didn't have Spike Shield on, so it was smart of me to not try to jump on them. So yeah, Lava Volcano is one of my favorite parts of the game. Though I love this place.
It's pretty cool.
But we can't get in right now, so we have to go back to the village and look for clues. Bo, what the hell are you doing?
This chapter is where you get the Ultra Stone, isn't it?
Yeah, right before you get to the dungeon, I think. And so I also believe with Sushi, there's like 4 or 5 there's maybe not that many, but there's quite a lot of super blocks that become available to you in Toad Town and in the Toad Town tunnels. So, you can get, like, in between chapters 5 and 6, you can get quite a lot of characters upgraded, which makes the next chapter. Flower Field has got to be one of the easiest chapters in the game, honestly. So.
Apart from the boss.
Oh no. I have stories about Huff and Puff that.
Yeah.
I think that boss literally took me like weeks to figure out how to kill, because
that's where the game takes off the kid gloves, in my opinion, because you got Huff and Puff, and then you got the Crystal King.
I think all of Chapter 7 is pretty hard, honestly. Yeah, Huff and Puff really is kind of the difficulty spike, as it were. Damn it, I should probably get. Does Feeling Fine protect from poison? I do not remember, actually. I should check that. Because almost everything in here can poison you as well, and while it's not a lot of damage, it's also really annoying. So that's mostly why I want to deal with it. So
it's an N64 game, Hick Warrior. It's not 30 frames per second.
Wait, this game runs at 60?
Too high. I was thinking more like 20 to 25.
I think it runs at 30. You do have to remember that this was also one of the last N64 games, and it runs pretty smoothly overall because nothing's really all that graphically intensive.
Yeah. Do you know what the last N64 game was, at least in Europe?
In Europe? No. What is it?
Mario Party 3.
Oh, okay. That actually doesn't surprise me because that came out like in the summer of in over here in the U.S. So wait, oh, okay, so hold on. Does feeling fine? If feeling fine protects you from poison, for poisoning and dizziness. Okay, so I won't have a lot of attack badges, but that doesn't really matter. So, oh yeah, we're about to get sushi now, actually. So hold on,
Sweet as, mate.
Yeah, so how the hell did she even get up there anyway? Like, did the Yoshi kids throw her up there or something? I don't even know. Sushi, I do think, is one of the more enjoyable personalities in the group, though, because it's not like you have like a grumpy old nanny on your team in a RPG all that often.
Yeah,
It just
you have kind of the opposite personality in Riki in Xenoblade.
Yeah, it's just kind of a shame that in Paper Mario's case, most of the time, your party members, their personalities basically disappear once they join your team. Which is why, part of the reason why I think Thousand Year Door is just ultimately a better game is because, once a party member joins your team, they talk essentially as Mario's proxy. And while the dialogue is all, like, it basically says the same thing, you still get their personality, and you get to see which personality, like, if you like one character more than others, you can see their dialogue more and whatnot. Because, like, I hate Flurry, so I don't think I've seen most of her dialogue in the game, but, whatever.
I never found her very useful, honestly.
No, Flurry's easily the worst character in Thousand Year Door. Oh, just so you guys know, this bulb, he won't give you the seed until after he won't actually ever give you the seed, actually. So you can just kind of ignore him. And oh yeah, you're not supposed to dive in this area to get to the other area. Even though I've played this game probably over 20 times, I still sometimes get a little bit lost in the jungle, Jade jungle, I think is what it's called.
It's a jungle, mate. I won't worry too much about it.
Yeah, well, it's some parts of this area, like, I might forget where to go, but I don't think I should ever get lost for too long anyway. Now, if I remember correctly, this is going to be like the Quake hammer badge in this badge block, but we'll see soon enough.
Oh, couple of new donations. £10 from Altaki. So while watching the Nintendothon, I completed Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies. Ted, I know you're a fan of the Phoenix Wright series. To celebrate, can you give out the biggest objection impression for me, please? Tom and Jack can join in too. I'll leave it to Ted.
Well, just like a general one, or does he want me to do someone specific? Because doing a Von Karma objection is very different from doing a Pain objection! Or just
I think those two will do, to be honest.
Yeah, but I didn't even do a normal objection, so,
Now you have, so thank you, Ted. Yeah. £7 from our very own Mia. Tom, can you do a DSV impression? Ted, keep up the good work. This is to Mia as minion because egotism. Okay, Mia, you can add your own thing. Okay, what can I say? Let me just see what's going on the stream so I can kind of sync up. I honestly can't think of anything. You put me on the spot now.
Is this the guy that you watch for some reason?
I don't watch his actual stuff. I watch the compilation videos, because to watch the actual stuff would be to lose whatever brain cells I have left.
Okay, then.
It's the equivalent of pointing at a clown and laughing, really.
Aren't clowns supposed to be there to laugh, though?
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Alright, then. Although then again...
what do we think of Linebeck from the two... you could have just said, like, DS Zelda games. Toon Link games, I guess.
I've never played either of them, so I have no... Oh, a Hurt Plant. I forgot that these were a thing. I've never played either Phantom Hourglass or Spirit Tracks, so I have no attachment to that character whatsoever.
Okay, I go on. I was super blocking. Come on! There you go.
There's no super block in this game.
I don't care. Sorry, I said that much more intense than I meant to.
Okay. Damn it. Okay, so yeah, and most of the time I don't think you even need to fight Hurt Plants, because in the first room of this is a part of the game where it just likes to be a little bit dickish. In the first room on the island, you find these Heart Plants which give you hearts. So you think, oh, they're here to give me a little bit of healing when you go into the jungle. But once you go into the jungle, just never touch them because you... Well, actually, I think there is a way to tell which ones are heart planes and which one are hurt planes. It has something to do with which way the little curly thing on it is pointing. I can never remember which one's supposed to be which. So
Okay.
yeah, I can never. I think if I saw two of them and they were next to each other, I'd remember which one was which. But just off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you. So, now if I remember correctly, I think there's definitely a Yoshi hidden in that tree. Basically, in case you missed the dialogue, there's all of the Yoshi dads and moms are freaking out because all of the Yoshi kids are missing and they can't find them. So, in order to get them to calm the fuck down, you need to go get talk to all the you need to find all the Yoshi kids. I believe there's 5 total, and you basically just gotta search the entire jungle for them. And you know what? I could try to do something fancy like use Lullaby, but when a Starstorm / Power Shell will kill all of these guys anyway, why bother trying to do it to try to do anything fancy when brute force works just as well. So
yeah. Ghost Submachine Gun says, "Do you think I should get Metroid Fusion?" My answer to that is yes.
Metroid Fusion is one of my favorite GBA games. One of my favorite Metroids just in general, actually. Really tied with Zero Mission, so I think it's definitely worth playing.
Definitely.
Fusion is up on the Virtual Console in the US, but I think Europe has Fusion and Zero Mission, is it?
Hell yeah.
Ah, damn it. We haven't... Why do you guys get You guys get everything good now. It's not fair.
well, live in Powerland during like the 90s and early 2000s, and
yeah, but I live in U.S. land now.
Okay. Not really sure how I'm supposed to respond to
that. America, fuck yeah, USA, USA. That's how you respond. So okay. Also, any bush that looks like these, don't bother touching it. They're evil. There's also just a bunch of random plants that are there just to kind of dick with you. Like, oh, I can jump onto this plant, but it'll suck out my life force, so I don't think that's really a good idea. So, yeah, this place is not friendly at all.
I should probably mention I'm mostly just here to listen to you like talk about Paper Mario today. I'm kind of tired, so I apologize if I'm not as hype as I was for A Link Between Worlds.
Well, were you there for all of A Link Between Worlds? How late did that went pretty late, didn't it? It was like it's a 7-hour game.
Not too late actually. John beat it in like 6.10 or something.
Well, 6.10. If you started at 2, that's still like what, midnight for you guys over there in Britain land?
About 1 or so. It's just I've been working on quotation marks working late hours recently.
Wait, hold on. I think Power Bomb may be able to kill all these guys in one go if I'm good enough. No, shit. Okay. And I don't think I have power. I don't have... damn it. Okay, well. Oh, I should be able to kill both of these guys in one turn anyway, so... As long as they don't, like, split on me, which would suck, but... Actually, I shouldn't even really worry about my HP at this point, because I'm going to level up after this fight anyway, so, you know, whatever. How much of the original Paper Mario have you played?
All of it.
All of it? Like, do you go back to it often, or no?
I haven't played it in years, honestly.
Okay. Because this is a game, again, this is one of the first games I ever... The chat's probably really sick of this story, but this is one of the first games I ever beat as a kid. So this is a game I go back to constantly just because it's a personal favorite of mine. Ooh, level up. Let's see. That's 4, 6, 9, 12. Okay, we upgrade badge points this time. Sorry, I'm really boring. I always upgrade everything in a row.
That's fun. That's the way to do it. Keep it balanced.
Yeah, but there's a lot of really fun and interesting challenge runs of this game where like people do all badge points or stuff like that, and I think that's really cool. I want to try a run like that at one point. So okay, yeah, this is an easy one to miss if you're playing. I think this is the
stream is buffering, mate.
The stream's buffering. Okay, well
Yeah.
that's got to be Twitch because I'm not reading any drop frames at the
Alright.
moment.
Keep playing for now. I'll come back.
Okay. Do you want me to just kind of hang around the Yoshi until it seems to
Run in a
become?
circle for a second.
Oh! Damn it! The dialogue activated automatically.
Damn you.
Yeah. Is it back?
Yeah, it's back.
Okay, cool. So yeah, this is one of the Yoshis that I I think I found last when I was playing the game for the first time because it's one of the more hidden ones. So, uh, yeah, basically. Oh yeah, one thing that I didn't notice about Paper Mario until after I started this playthrough actually, this stream because um you might notice that there's a weird crop around the gameplay footage. That's not me. That's the game. Because if you look at the title screen, it fills the entire screen that I have set up. That's just the size of the screen. But then they have it cropped like this for some reason, and I never noticed that. And I'm not really sure why they did it. Maybe to increase the resolution. Maybe I can't really think of a reason why it's like that other than it is. So
New donation for £7 from StarJames77. Oh sweet, I finally get to see one of the Paper Mario parts. I should probably put this to save Wacka to keep Ted from getting in trouble with his friends. So 7 to save Wacka.
thank you, dude. So Wacka should be ahead by like 8 or 9 pounds now.
Fair bit, yeah.
Awesome. Of course. Oh shit. There's a run away, run away, run away. But yeah. So I'm sure people are going to donate to kill that adorable little guy. There will be no Wacka bumping today, unfortunately, because Wacka's just really out of the way at the moment. But I'm going to go back to him at least for one more bump after after chapter 7, so that I can make sure that I've got enough supplies ready to go. But you know, I usually don't kill him because I don't think I'm completely heartless. So you know, if you guys want me to, I will. But you know, I, I'll feel so sad.
His fate is literally in your hands, guys. That's what a bid war is. He's well, if it gets like 5 more to save, he's 20 quid ahead.
Yeah. Damn it. This is gonna keep on happening, right? I'm pretty sure I've had fights against fuzzies where I've killed like 5 of them in a row, and then the guy just keeps on spawning more. But oh no, he's attacking now. That means that I'll be able to kill him next turn with no problem. Also, as far as I'm aware, I don't think that there's any way to avoid jungle fuzzies from doing damage to you. I think no matter how fast you mash the button, they'll always do at least 2. So I gotta wonder how Danger Mario runs handle them. Handle like big groups of fuzzies. Do they save their star storms for that, or what? I find that really interesting, but because that's something I think I should do at one point as a Danger Mario run of this game. I think that would be a lot of fun. Damn it. Okay, so the ones where okay, so hold on. The ones where the curve like is complete on the left, if that makes any sense, those are the hurt plants, and the one where the curve is complete on the right, those are the heart plants. Okay. I normally just don't bother because they give like a heart, and that's not really much of anything, but it's good to know just in case. And you know, more fights means more experience. I'm generally not the type to avoid every fight in a game. I think I've said this before too, but most of the time when I'm walking through areas, I'll fight each enemy once, and then if I'm backtracking, I'll ignore the enemies after that point.
The chat says the Zap Tap badge saves you from any type of fuzzy.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. So that is true. Okay, so that's probably got to be equipped along with Last Stand for a Danger Mario situation.
What is a Danger Mario run? Explain that to me.
Okay, so there's a badge that you get in Top of Blubba's Castle called not Danger Mario. It's called Last Stand. Basically, what it does is, if you're in peril, so 1 HP, your attack is increased by like 5 or something ridiculous. So there are people. It's commonly used in speedruns. You keep yourself at 1 HP on purpose, in order to abuse that attack boost and get through fights really quickly.
Okay.
That's basically how it works. There's a similar, there's the same badges in Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, although off the top of my head, I can't remember where you get it in that game. And it's generally considered, I think, the fastest way to get through the game if you're just going straight for speed running type stuff. Although I've never really bothered trying to speed run in RPG, so it's like a lot of this kind of stuff goes over my head. Yeah, see
Okay.
this? Yeah, okay, so the curve is complete on the right, so this guy should give me hearts. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I believe this is the second to last Yoshi, and the last Yoshi I have to swim down at that previous junction, so...
And then after that we get the stone, and then we go into the cave.
Yeah, well, after that we get I think it's the Raphael the Raven idol. And then then he builds us a bridge, and we get the Ultra Stone, and then we go into Lava Jungle. This is one of the, I'd say, one of the longer chapters in the game, because this is mostly like gameplay. I say, like, it's not like a lot of backtracking or kind of like busy work. Like, this is mostly like, it's essentially like this entire chapter is 2 dungeons. If is one way to put it. Like, we've got the lava, we've got the jungle area, and then the actual dungeon itself. So,
Okay.
I think that's pretty cool.
We are now 130 away from 10,000 quid.
Is that just our new? Well, I guess, one more pound is always our new goal. So,
Yeah.
But I do think it would be pretty awesome to reach 1,000, just because, that 10,000, I should say, because, 5 digits, that's pretty awesome. Get them digits. Ow.
Oh yeah.
Putrid piranhas are annoying. It's kind of weird. These guys start as a mini boss kind of character in this area, and then they become oh, damn it. And then they kind of become a normal bad guy once you get into the dungeon itself. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, this is the yellow Yoshi, I think. And is there anything hidden in here? Nope. Okay then. Yeah. So this so the Raphael the Raven statue up there, that's where you wanna. Oh wait, I don't have Sushi out. That's where you put the statue once you get it, and I believe once we go get this last Yoshi kid, there'll be a shortcut made to make backtracking to it a little bit easier. The last kid is really easy to. Oh crap, I banged the wrong tree, so now we gotta fight fuzzies.
Story of my life.
Well, the game does kind of generally reward you for banging every tree you can see, so when like an enemy...
Please stop saying bang trees, Dad.
But it's what I'm doing. I'm hitting a tree.
Okay.
Yeah. So okay, two fuzzy. This is gonna be one of those cycles, isn't it? Bump bump bump. I will say that Sushi has some of the best animations, I think, because her charging up animation is just hilarious. She's like, "Urgh." Okay.
I'm just gonna step out for a sec. I just want to grab a very small bite to eat, just so I got a bit more energy, and I'm not old yet. So I'll be right back.
Okay then. Tom Senpai left me. How will I run the stream now? Okay, so damn it! I thought that if you hit a fuzzy when it was if a fuzzy split when it was on low HP, it would split with the same HP, but that's not the case. Thankfully, a power shell with Cooper here will kill both of them, and then we can just get on with our run. You see, I thought ahead and brought a drink with me before we started, so yeah, take that, Tom. I could say whatever I want now, and nobody could tell me not. Actually, no, that's too much power. I should watch myself. But anyway, we've if you do it in the order that I do, that should be the last Yoshi kid you find, and you can also hit this log here and get a shortcut back to the entrance of the area. which will just make backtracking and such a whole lot easier. And also just for shits and giggles. I love that there's so many random plants in this area that do absolutely nothing, but are just kind of there just to be funny. I don't know why. I love stuff like that. So anyway, let's take a nap here and then go get the Raphael the Raven. The Raphael the Raven. What's it called? The Raphael the Raven idol pendant thingama, whatever it is. So yeah. Unfortunately, guys, if you have questions in the chat or anything like that, I won't be able to read them right now because since I'm playing the game, I don't really have the chat open. I would love to be able to answer questions as well, but just to spark discussion among yourselves. What's your favorite chapter in the original Paper Mario? So yeah, that would be, I think, that'd be cool to know. This is one of my favorites. I think when it comes to my favorite chapter, total, it's probably chapter 8's one of my favorites. I also love chapter 7. Chapter 5's good. Chapter 3 is also really good. Basically every chapter but chapter 4, not chapter 4. Chapter 4 is fine. Chapter 4 is actually pretty good. Um, Chapter 6 I think is really the only kind of ho-hum chapter in the game. So yeah. I really gotta stop doing that. Basically, whenever you see the Virtual Console menu pop up like that, it's basically just me accidentally touching the Wii U's gamepad screen. And actually looking at that thing, it really needs to be washed, so I should get around to doing that at some point. So, yeah. But anyway, if you didn't open up the shortcut, you will have to go all the way through the jungle again. So save yourself the hassle and just go do that. But if you do open up the shortcut, it's really easy to get back to the Raphael the Raven.
Yes, it is.
Raphael the Raven statue. So yeah. Okay, there you are. What you get for
Literally just a packet of crisps that I could eat as fast as possible.
Okay then. Did we get any donations in the meantime?
I will have a look.
Okay.
New.
Okay. I believe there's an egg hidden in one of these. Yes, there is. Okay. So if you want eggs, you can get one there, and I also believe you can get them in the in a bush in. You can get them in a bush in what's that place called? You can get them in a bush in Mount Rugged. Man, why am I? That was a massive brain fart there.
Yeah, you were spacing out, but.
That's just typical. That's just typical me, though. So
Question from the chat. Question for Ted. What would you think of a new RPG from Nintendo that used the Paper Mario art style and gameplay? Example as like Paper, Zelda, Kirby, Pokemon, etc.
I don't know how likely that is, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I'm sure I'd be down for it, but I think if they were going to make something with the same kind of gameplay style and art style as Paper Mario, they'd just be better off using Mario, I think. Mario's a very kind of flexible franchise in that it can basically just be put into whatever the hell Nintendo wants them to do it. So I think it's more likely for them to think about putting Mario into a spin-off kind of thing like that anyway than someone else. I mean, with that said, it's not like Nintendo hasn't ever put some other franchises into weird spin-offs anyway, but I think Mario is the best kind of choice. I guess maybe Kirby would be the other one that makes sense to me. But these games are supposed to be made as beginner-friendly RPGs. So I think making it putting this in the style of Zelda. I guess unless if it were like the kind of Toon Link Kitty kind of Zelda, putting this in the Zelda style where that's generally expected to be a bit more quote unquote hardcore. I think it just doesn't make as much sense as Mario. So yeah, and just making it a Pokemon RPG where it doesn't play like normal Pokemon at all.
What's the point?
Yeah, that's just a little bit weird because the thing people want out of Pokemon, I think, if it's not just a normal Pokemon game, is like a game that's kind of like the anime where Pokemon fight more like that. And I
Yeah,
think we're getting that with Pokken Tournament. So
that's gonna be great.
if it comes out over here, and like it should, but like you never know. So I really hope that does well, and a Wii U port comes out in the States. So that would be fun.
Here's a good question. Favorite partner in the Paper Mario games?
All of them? Probably Vivian from Thousand Year Door is probably my favorite. Vivian's great. Uh,
I like Bao. Bao's pretty cool.
you mean Bo?
Mm-hmm.
You said Bow. It's
Whatever.
no, it's Bo because she has a bow in her hair. You
That's
see?
too obvious.
No, it's
Move on, Ted.
okay. All right. Scary Bowser! Rawr! Oh, it actually worked.
Someone in the chat says, "Have you ever played Freedom Planet?"
I'm waiting for the Wii U version to come out next week, actually. So, not yet.
Okay, there's your answer.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try Airlift, because this is another move I almost never use. Just to show it off. Oh, it worked! Holy shit. I don't think you get any experience points for doing it that way, though. Nope. And you're just gonna multiply anyway. Okay, that was literally a waste of 3 flower points. Awesome. Power carry, this is why you are not the best character, the best party
Hey,
member.
his homing attack is fucking great.
His homing attack is great until you get other moves that do the same damage, but easier, and for less FP. It is good for the beginning of the game, though. I will give it that. And apparently he's good for speedrunning, too. Because at the very least, the run I saw on Speed Demo Archives had him up a lot because it was a move that you could launch quickly. I think was the big thing with that.
Yeah.
So he does have utility. It's just I almost never use. I don't think I ever use any of like his advanced moves. Like Airlift is pretty useless, and I don't even remember what he gets for his ultra moves. So there's that. Yeah, I think Watt and Bo are easily the best party members in the original Paper Mario, though.
What about Thousand Year Door,
Thousand Year Door, it's Vivian, because Vivian has a really cheap kind of screen nuke ish attack with the what's it called, flare blitz, fiery blitz. Oh, I forget what fiery jinx. That's what it's called. The fiery jinx is a really cheap screen nuke attack that afflicts burn on everybody and also pierces defense. So that's awesome. And then there's also I think Bobbery is also pretty good too, but definitely Vivian is my favorite party member in that game. So.
Alright, so I've consumed the French fries, which is a brand of crisps. I'm good to go now.
Okay, awesome.
I really should have eaten before, and I apologize. I've been drastically cutting down what I eat, so I've just grabbed something whenever I'm hungry now.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, wait, Magic Koopa. I gotta take care of him first. Actually, hold on a moment. If I did a... I'm trying to think. You know what? Whatever. I'll use the stopwatch. It's not like I'm gonna ever use it for anything else.
Do what you gotta.
And if it works, I will be very happy. Also slightly surprised. Oh, well, it stopped the Magic Koopa, which is the one I wanted the most. So that's good at the very least. Now I can. What should I do now? Use the fire flower, I guess. That's just something I wanted to get rid of. And no, wait, no, I didn't want Bo. I wanted Bombette. There we are. Bombette is pretty good too. It's just that all the bomb moves use so much FP. It is ridiculous how much flower points you can burn if you have Bombette out for a significant period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, power bomb with Bombette, and then a no, I do not want to do a shell toss. Then a power shell with Cooper, and then okay, there we go. That fight can be really annoying if you either don't take care of all of them at once like I did, or you don't take care of the healing Magic Koopa. first, because having a mage on the other team is just really. Oh, I love this music. The Raphael the Raven music is one of my favorite tracks in the game, and like many tracks in Paper Mario, it plays in one area for a specific amount of time. I do believe it will play again if you go back to the tree after this point, but there's no reason to ever come back here except for like maybe like 2 lines of dialogue. So,
Hmm.
unfortunately, it's one of those tracks that you only, generally speaking, you only hear once in the entire game, which is sad. Um, oh yeah, also don't go into that door right away because if you walk past it, you get the happy heart badge. So yeah,
Well, I'm like 30 seconds delayed, so I'm not going to know what door you're talking about right now.
just when you're outside, there's a vine you're climbing. If you go past if you keep on climbing the vine and don't go into the door to go back inside the tree,
Uh,
you can get the happy heart badge, which refills HP automatically throughout the course of the battle, I think it is. Although I don't know, I don't think it's time based. I'm pretty sure it's like 1 HP a turn. Because if it was time based, you could just leave the battle screen open for like 5 minutes and not do anything and get back to full health after every turn. So yeah. Isn't I've never played the original Yoshi's Island because I'm waiting for a port of the NES version to come on the Wii or the Wii U Virtual Console. But isn't Raphael the Raven a boss in that game?
Wait, which one are we talking about?
The original Yoshi's Island. Isn't Raphael the Raven a boss?
Yes, he is. World 6, I want to say?
I don't know why he's like all friendly and stuff here now though.
Well, this is Yoshi's Island, so I guess they just want an illusion with familiar Yoshi's Island characters.
Yeah, I suppose.
I fucking loved Yoshi's Island as a kid. I still do, but even more so back then. So I think this is why I like this chapter so much.
Yeah, it's definitely got a lot of callbacks to that game for sure. I
Oh,
do
World
need,
5. Okay, yeah, thank you.
yeah, I do need to play the original Yoshi's Island at some point. I've beaten Yoshi's Island DS only once though. I've gotten like halfway through that game like a number of times after that, but I've only ever beaten it once. And I could not get more than like 3 worlds into New Yoshi's Island because that game is probably the most boring thing I've ever seen in my entire life. But Woolly World looks good, so I'm going to be getting that when that comes out in October, I think.
Well, in America.
Yeah, in America. You dumb European assholes. You have the game already, so you know. Yeah, you get all the amiibo. You get everything.
You could just do all the talking today. I'm going to sit here and drink Pepsi and read the chat.
Yeah. Okay then.
Hmm?
Yeah. Oh, Colorado. He's one of my favorite characters in this chapter.
He's pretty great. Well, in the game, he's pretty funny.
Yeah, but well, not like. It's just he's the resident punching bag of this chapter, and you know it's a good way to have some comic relief while showing the various dangers of the jungle and the volcano as well. So it's just
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool.
What do you
Now,
think our ETA for tonight will be?
this shouldn't take me more than 4 hours like maximum. It shouldn't be. It should be around 3.5. So we should
Okay.
end around 5:30 my time, 10:30 your time, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, if you wanted to, you could at this point backtrack back to Toad Town and get a whole bunch of super blocks to power up your team. But I don't need to do that because I'm already pretty good when it comes. I'm already good enough. There's a handful of them in the area already, and I don't need to have my team powered up in order to beat the area because I know I can do it. So, but if you're having trouble, you can do that and kind of power yourself up for this area because it does get a little bit harder in here, but not too bad, I'd say. You just kind of have to. Oh, I should take off. No, I need to keep Spike Shield on actually because the Spike Tops I forgot.
Yep, there's a lot of spiked enemies in the volcano.
Yeah, but I think the danger of status effects is mostly gone though. So hold on a moment. That means I can take off feeling fine. Um, Now there you get the ice power badge, I believe, in chapter 4. You do not want to miss that badge. It is deathly important. So, because not only does it let you jump onto ice fiery enemies, it also does you also do extra damage every time you do so. So, it's pretty important. So anyway, yeah, we've got we've got that equipped, so let's get on with it. Touching the lava does hurt you, you know. I figured that should be obvious anyway. Let's see. Oh, wrong button. I want to have Goombario out just so that I don't have to worry once we get to the point where we're actually fighting enemies. Sorry, I was
Enjoying a little joke, Ted, were we?
well, I was just barely touching the ground, basically.
Okay.
Boop.
Oh, 20 quid donation from Snar. Hey guys, I'm sad this donation has come in so late. Don't be, it's always appreciated. But I've really enjoyed the small parts of the marathon I've been able to see. Paper Mario is a game I really liked but never been able to actually play, so it's been a lot of fun seeing Ted play it.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate that.
We are now £111 away from £10,000 overall. Please keep it coming. We'd love to be able to get to 10,000 by the end of this Paper Mario block.
That would be outstanding, yes. And there's a fly buzzing around here, and it's getting really distracting.
It's all part of the challenge, Ted. Paper Mario hard mode.
Damn it. But yeah, I believe out of all the party members you have at the moment, the only one that can actually hit the lava bubbles without taking damage is Cooper. So yeah, it's good to keep him out an awful lot. You're going to be changing party members a lot in this area. So, ooh, damn it. Fuck. So, oh yeah, now Spike Tops too. These guys are annoying. These guys, oh yeah, these guys are really annoying because the only way to hurt them is either to use Watt. Actually, I think Watt can one-shot them. But if you don't have Watt out, you need to jump on them to flip them over. But they have spikes on their back, so you need the Spike Shield badge equipped if you want to do damage on them as Mario. So keep that in mind. But yeah, I believe Watt can just one-shot these guys, so so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Ding! Yeah, Watt can one-shot these guys, as long as Watt's got one super block, I should say. So yeah, damn it, I forgot. Oh, the power block's not gonna really do jack for me in this area anyway, though.
What you got?
Well, I guess it would make the if I ever ran across a lot of Spike Tops, it would make the fight easier, I suppose. I was thinking of a later zip line that you need to jump off in order to get. I believe it's the Fire Shield badge, which I believe decreases damage by 1 when you're being attacked by fire enemies, which I suppose would be helpful, maybe, but generally I just stick with Ice Power, and that's good enough for me, so yeah.
It's crazy to think we're like an hour in and we're already like getting close to the boss.
Oh yeah, but this is also because I know what the heck I'm doing.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, it's just I find it really funny, because I jumped on the zip tie while I was technically holding Watt, and Watt was just kind of floating there. It's just, yeah. But, no, this is when I know what I'm doing. The first time you're playing the game, like, you might spend forever searching for the Yoshis in the cavern, I should say. In the jungle. Why am I saying? Oh, I'm saying that because we're in a volcano. But you can spend forever looking for the Yoshis in the jungle, and not find anything. Lava Volcano is generally a little bit more straightforward. It's just a lot harder because the enemies in here have a lot of HP and do a lot of damage, and you need to have very specific setups to take care of them. So either you're going to be switching your party member a lot out of battle, or you need to have the quick change badge on. And
very, very useful badge, that quick change.
Yeah, I always have it equipped. It's when I'm playing Thousand Year Door, I like to have it on as soon as possible. And oh yeah, I have the super block. So the first character I want to upgrade with the super block is Sushi, because you're gonna want to have her at max for this boss fight, because Tidal Wave.
Tidal Wave, there you go.
Tidal Wave makes the Lava Piranha an absolute joke. Oh, damn it, I just realized, though, but because I'm using my gamepad and not an actual N64 controller, trying to do the Tidal Wave commands is going to be confusing as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, that'll be annoying. But other than that, that'll be fine. And oh, look at that! A new type of block that I can't break. I wonder what that means. Hint, hint,
I really
nudge,
hope.
nudge. Oh, shit. I really want to get the badge though. So I think I'm gonna do that. Let's see, jump. Okay, yeah, I think I'll just take care of both spike tops first because I can take care of those on the first turn, and then I can take care. I believe I should be able to take care of the fireball lava bubble. I actually think it's called the lava bubble on the second turn. So.
Yeah, sure. I don't think Star Fox, the original, will be getting a virtual console release because the company that helped make the Super Effects chip is no longer in business.
Wait, really? So you think it will or won't?
It won't, probably.
Won't. Okay. Okay. I didn't hear you clearly. Um, Not that there's much of a reason for it to, because like with Star Fox 64, that's just the better version of that game. So, um, yeah, because like I don't hear, other than like the first Corneria theme, I don't hear anybody talk about anything about Star Fox, the original. Ah, shit. I will get this badge. I will get it. Okay, I think I have to let go now. Oh, I did it. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Not that I'm ever gonna use it, but now you know it's there. I believe if we go left here, okay, yeah, if we go left here, I think that leads towards the Ultra Hammer. So I think there's something to the right over here. Oh, wait, hold on. I believe this is just the bottom of the room where you can get this, where you get the super block. So we'll be back down here later. So, I don't want to fight you. Yeah. Oh, okay, one thing I do miss in Thousand Year Door is that you don't get the ability to spin around like an idiot. That's pretty fun. And if you guys are wondering why I spin and then I jump after I spin, hold on, this area will actually. If you just spin, you kind of stop for a minute. You kind of like stop for a minute and you can't walk anymore. So if you spin and then jump, you keep your momentum and you can just kind of move faster than if you were just spinning normally. So that's why Mario Ballerina twirls throughout the entire game.
It is pretty fun to watch.
If you were curious, that's why. So, um, actually, I've never tried it, but I believe if you put these blocks in wrong, you'll just have to enter and exit and re-enter the area in order to try the puzzle again. Of course, I could be mistaken, so don't quote me on that. But yeah, it's not like the puzzle aspects of this game are very hard to begin with, so it's not too big of a deal. But in the room to the left of here, if my memory is correct, should be... Yes, okay, this is the room where we get the Ultra Hammer. So that's pretty sick. And of course, the game kind of trolls you by giving you the Ultra Hammer, and then the boss cannot actually be hit by hammer attacks.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's fun. But yeah, you gotta just put the blocks in there in this order so that you have enough room to have power carry kind of ferry you across. And you know what? I think I'll have Sushi out just for some fun. Oh yeah, yeah, these guys. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try it. Okay. Do 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 do. Damn it. Okay, so I believe you can do like up to 13 damage with Tidal Wave if you know what you're doing. So like that's awesome. And I believe if I'm doing this right, this Magic Koopa is just gonna be a wimp and run away. Yeah, you better run. Yeah, don't mess with me. I'm Mario. Yeah, I wear overalls. You don't got shit on me. Okay, so well, red one. I think you might be able to fight green Magic Koopas in this area too, but don't quote me on that either because I'm not sure. These guys can increase attack power, and that's annoying. So. I'm gonna see how if Lullaby works on these guys. Again, this is something I almost never bother trying to use, but you know, it's worth a shot, right?
Of course, yeah.
And no, it really wasn't, because only one of them fell asleep. So, yeah, okay. Waste of time. Oh, what? The Red Magic Koopa increased the attack of the enemy that was asleep. Alright then. Okay, I'm gonna try the tidal wave again because I didn't really do good that time. Do. Ah, shit. Okay. Yeah. Nope. That wasn't very good either. I am just wasting FP at this point, but I guess I did. I am close to level up. I don't really need to worry about it.
That's just like a free restore, really.
Yeah, you get a free refill on both. You got a free refill on everything, really. And I don't want to say that Paper Mario was the first game to do that because it probably wasn't, but it's definitely something you're starting to see more often in RPGs where a level up will completely restore everything that you get. I know that's definitely not the case in games like Final Fantasy or the original Dragon Quest, where if you level up, tough shit. Most of those games don't even refill the HP and MP that you get by leveling up. So, yeah, but most of the time in a lot of newer games, especially when you level up, you get like a free health increase and you get a free health refill and stuff like that, which is always a really kind of good feeling because it's just a nice feeling. So yeah,
Mm.
there's a badge in this room. I don't remember which one it is. So let's find out. There we go. I do like the design of the Ultra Hammer, though. It's just really cool looking.
Do you have the Ultra Boost yet? I always get confused with Thousand Year Door because the order and whatnot.
You get the Ultra Hammer first, and then the Ultra Boots. You actually don't get the You can actually go through all of chapter 6 without the Ultra Boots. I will be making a slight detour in order to get them so that I have them for fighting Huff and Puff.
Okay.
That's one of the things that makes that boss fight an awful lot easier of having the Ultra Boots. In Thousand Year Door, if I remember correctly, you get the I think you actually get the Ultra Hammer before the Ultra Boots in that game as well. Um, you get the Super Boots in Chapter 2, the Super Hammer in Chapter 3, Chapter 4 and 5. Uh, I believe you get the Ultra Hammer before you get the Ultra Boots. But actually, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 9, 12, 15. Okay, so now we're back to flower points. Okay. But yeah, I believe you get the Ultra Hammer before the Ultra Boots and Thousand Year Door as well. But don't quote me on that because I might remember. Oh, the Dizzy Stomp. So something I'm never going to use. Okay, awesome. There are a lot. I love Paper Mario, but there are a lot of badges that I just never bother with. uh, Ever.
Any examples?
Like most of the status change stomps. Like, hold on. Like, yeah, I strength stomp. I tried using it. I got a hint that it was good for the anti-guy fight. It really didn't do much. Dizzy stomp, I don't bother with. D down, jump, I don't usually use ever. The quake moves do have utility, but I don't normally bother with them. HP and FP up, I did use when I was younger, but since badge points just generally are more useful than more health or flower points, I just find that kind of a waste. I didn't used to use the power and defense ups, but they are useful. They just take a lot of points.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. And then stuff like I Spy or Dizzy Attack, they're just they're really just like Refund or I Spy are very situational, so I don't
Yeah.
really use those either. But basically anything that just gives a status effect, I don't generally bother with because if I want a status effect, I'll generally go with a partner ability because most of those have a variant that will attack every enemy on screen or at least every enemy on the ground. So if I'm gonna attack, damn it, I did it again. So if I'm going to attack enemies for a status effect, I might as well use it I might as well try to attack multiple ones at once. So.
Can I ask the chat? Can you give us a bunch of questions? Because I don't feel I've been doing very well tonight.
I'm sorry, Colorado just jumped off the ledge like an idiot. I also love that Mario has a sprite for just staring down as he falls. Uh, and that's the only time I believe that sprite is used. Also, the light spot in the wall, that's where you want to jump in order to get this super block. Who is the most useful one to have for this? Probably Goombario, maybe. Oh man. Yeah, I'll go with Goombario, I suppose.
I'm gonna answer questions from the chat now, so you focus on the game, I'll focus on the chat.
Sure, go for it.
Tom, how are you? How's your day been? I'm very tired, and I honestly, I was just discussing this with Mia. I may switch out after this chapter, and then have Mia come on for flower fields. Because one, I don't really care for flower fields. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. My fault for having to switch in the first place. Two, I feel like I'm being a shit co-commentator right now. But just someone else with a bit more energy might help out. But I'll stick with you for this one, so don't worry.
Okay then.
What are my favourite and least favourite N64 games? Favourite would be stuff like Majora's Mask, Banjo-Kazooie. Least favourite? Oh, that's a tough one.
Oh well, I've got answers for both of these. My favorite N64 games are definitely this Paper Mario and Banjo-Tooie. My least favorite N64 game is NASCAR 2000, which my dad gave me for a birthday gift, and is probably one of the most awful things I've ever touched in my entire life.
Happy birthday, asshole.
Yeah, no, it's like the game. I think the frame rate's got to be like 6. The cars all look like shit. And oh god, I forgot that this was a thing. I don't know what happens if you let that rock hit you.
Yeah.
But no, the game controls like ass. Like I love Mario Kart 64, but that game does have some control issues with age. But that just makes like, oh my god, like it's just absolutely awful. I can't do it.
All right, back to questions. Any anime, new or old, you could recommend? Jojo.
Animu. I don't watch the Animu.
Okay,
What do you think
okay,
I am?
that's enough out of you. That's enough out of you, Ted. What's your favorite moment in a video game? Like any? Oh, that's far too like. What's the word I'm looking for here?
Broad.
Broad and all-encompassing. I can't do stuff like that. I'm sorry. Favorite Keyblade from the Kate series? I'm a big fan of Olympia, Oblivion, Crabclaw. Overall, Ends of the Earth.
What's the name of the normal one?
Kingdom Key.
Kingdom Key. Sure. I'll go with that one.
Boring ass vanilla motherfucker.
Well, I've only played probably like 2 hours of Kingdom Hearts total. Like
that's fun.
I gave up on the Alice in Wonderland world because.
Is there any incentive in this part of Paper Mario today? Have you done Kensei Cooper?
Kensei Koopa will be in between chapters 5 and 6.
Okay. Cool.
And also, Kill and Save Wacka are just kind of going on as per usual, but we're not going to get around to killing or saving Wacka until tomorrow. So.
Cool. Let's see. What was that voice you did last night? The one Leonard Nimoy did? Oh, that would be Mount Shroud. He sort of sounds like this, but a lot deeper. I can't reach that level of depth. It's from the Halloween tree.
Is this is that a movie?
It's an anime and movie based on a book.
Okay. All right. I've never seen it.
Yeah. When are the Metroid Prime and Hyrule Warriors going to be up on YouTube? I'm going to, when I step down from CoCom, I'm going to start uploading Metroid Prime. That is done. Hyrule Warriors, I will need to render. That will start rendering tonight. I would imagine Sunday for Metroid Prime, Monday for Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah, they're pretty long games, so.
If it was all in one highlight and it wasn't split up, they would be on YouTube already. But unfortunately, some shit happens and I have to re-render. So.
Yeah. But if you're going to bed after pretty soon after this, I would imagine they'd probably be done by the time you wake up, though.
Well, I'm not going to bed. I just don't have the energy to carry on talking. Sorry.
Well, it is later over there, so you'd probably be going to bed. Well, I don't know what your sleep schedule is.
I'm not 55, Ted. Sorry, 75, bro.
Yeah. I have I actually my sleep schedule's kind of gone to shit. Over the damn it.
Ted, you played Hyrule Warriors for 10 hours and 1 minute, mate. I don't blame you.
Yeah, but I made it a point to set my alarm and wake up before 10 today, and I actually do feel better for it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you know.
Question for 10. I'm having trouble in adventure mode in Hyrule Warriors. I burned a bush, but I don't seem to get anything. All I see is stairs.
Oh no, okay. So. Basically, what that means, if you burn a bush and you see stairs, that means that you've unlocked the secret in that area. You don't get the thing in the area until after you beat the level with the requirements that the game puts on you. So, for example, if let's say there's like let's say the heart piece in the level is locked by the secret in the overworld. If you burn the bush and find the stairs, that means that you can get the heart piece now if you play the mission. I don't know if I did a good job explaining it, but that's how it works.
Okay.
So,
What do we think of the Borderlands series? Never played it.
I think that's something I got during a Steam sale binge, but I haven't tried it yet.
What are our experiences with the Elder Scroll games? I've played a little bit of Skyrim, that's about it.
I think that's something I got on a Steam sale binge, but I haven't played it yet.
Okay. Hey Ted, would you ever consider doing a Danger Mario run for your personal channel someday?
For my personal channel, probably not.
Okay.
I don't want to think about future. Oh, a super soda. Okay.
Okay, Tom, have you ever watched the Animal Crossing movie? No, not as of yet.
Oh, the Animal Crossing movie is. That's a thing. I've watched that movie, I think, 3 times. Once on my own, once in an anime club at college, and once for Brain Scratch. It certainly is a movie. I was going to say stuff happens, but I'm not sure if that's entirely accurate.
No, it's a gangster film starring Tom Nook.
It's very much like playing Animal Crossing. I guess that's the best way to describe it. It's very much like playing Animal Crossing.
The best video game movie is still Professor Layton and the Eternal Diva.
Well, it would be if Professor Layton wasn't an awful series, so you know.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I said
Didn't quite catch that.
it's not very good. All of the worst parts of the crossover come specifically from the Layton half, so yeah,
How exactly?
Stupid ending, long drawn out investigations sequences, stupid ass logic, bland side characters. All of that comes from Layton, so you know.
That would be to say that all the side characters in Phoenix Wright are perfect, and they're not.
Well, that might be true. Yes,
And
nobody
also has
likes nobody likes Mo the Clown, but at least in Phoenix Wright, there's fewer characters, so each one gets more development, as opposed to having 50,000 characters, which are all one-dimensional and nobody gives a shit about any of them. So yeah.
Well, Phoenix Wright also has long drawn-out investigations. They have an entire portion of each case devoted to them.
Yeah, but there's also funny dialogue that happens in them, as opposed to
I think you're
Professor
just using
Layton.
personal preference here.
Well, I think my personal preference is right and yours is wrong.
Okay.
I love Colorado here. Actually, we're at the very end of chapter 5, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we're at the very end. I think all that's left is there's a room to the right where you can get some extra healing items if you've used up all of yours through the dungeon, and then there's just the boss down the stairs. So
I'll pop off after the is it the Twink sequence?
the Twink, yeah, the Twink and
The Peach one, basically. Yeah.
Peach and ah, damn it, I'm out of shit. Which one of these do I not need? The super soda is useless. I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay, yeah. So there's nothing else in here. So, yeah. I do think the Lava Piranha is one of the more interesting bosses in the game, though. It's very deceptive too, which is nice.
It's another callback to Yoshi's Island, actually.
Oh yeah, you fight a piranha plant boss in that game too, don't you?
Yeah, and you can kill it before the battle even starts.
Well, you can't really do that here, but they do kind of have a little kind of gag sequence with it, which I suppose is supposed to be something kind of reminiscent of that, but I'm not really sure.
Yeah. Ted, have you ever played any Castlevania games?
Okay, so I've played the original 8-bit Castlevania. I think I got like 3 worlds in. I never beat that. I've also played plenty of Super Castlevania 4. I don't think I've ever beaten that either, but I got an awful lot farther. That's something I want to beat one day, but...
How do we handle uploading video game content without getting harassed by game companies? We don't. We just put up with it.
Yeah, basically. You have to...
Nature of the beast, really.
Well, yeah, there's that, but also you have to pick games that are less likely to... Either A, pick games that are less likely to get tagged, or B, just deal with it, so...
Yeah. What I like to do, if I know for a fact, because I always upload the non-commentary one first, so I know if it's going to get ID'd. If I know it's going to happen, I try to have, like, because we run on HFC 2 series, at any given time. So like Monday, Wednesday, Friday will be, for example, Shadow of the Colossus. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday afternoon will be Wind Waker, and Wind Waker HD for the most part is tagged. Shadow of the Colossus is not, so it balances out.
Okay, now I reset the game. I'm sorry about that. I completely forgot to change my badges for the boss. So
Okay, I thought you just made a mistake. That's fine.
oh no, it's no, sorry. It'll be like 3 seconds. I'm sorry about that, but I just
It's cool. It's your run, mate. Don't worry
yeah.
about it.
Okay, hold on. I just need to make sure that the items are still in my inventory. I don't have to backtrack for those. So, okay, so let's look. I do not like multi-bounce, power smash charge. I don't need any of that shit. I don't need spike shield. So, that's a good 5 badge points I can spend on other shit. So,
Sweet.
uh I'm gonna want power bounce. That's always a good choice. Power bounce and what do I want? I'm sorry. You might want to answer another question while I hum and haw over what I need, over what I want.
Okay.
Add it to my
Have you
thing.
heard of Chrono Trigger?
Have I heard of it? Yeah, I've heard of Chrono Trigger. That's like asking if they've heard of Star Wars.
Yeah.
I've played it. I beat it. It took like 3 tries, but I did beat it. It's a good game.
I've gotten really far into it, but never actually beat it.
Yeah. It's a good time. It's basic. Like I have kind of little nitpicky issues with it,
Oh yeah, yeah.
but it's still a very good game. Music's fantastic.
Oh, definitely. The composer for that actually did the ending theme for Xenoblade, I think, Beyond the Sky.
Also the entire soundtrack to Mario Party 1.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh. Well, that was Mitsuda.
I believe so. At the very least, a LP or I watched on YouTube said so it must be
Okay.
true.
Tom,
Somebody might want to double check me on that one.
Tom, favorite Metroid Prime game, Echoes?
Echoes, really?
Yes. And Pikmin 2 is my favorite Pikmin game, Ted.
So you just like the boring ones, all right then.
No, I like the good ones, actually.
No, I'm pretty sure you like the boring ones. So.
Oh, that's sound logic. Biting criticism.
Well, let's see. What do you do in Pikmin 2? A whole lot of jack and shit. So yeah.
What do you do in Pikmin 1? Pick up shit parts.
Yeah, but at least there's time management and strategy. Whereas in Pikmin 2, you run around in stupid caves and fight the same enemies over and over again. So you know.
The strategy in the caves, Ted, is to not lose your Pikmin.
Okay, that's just the strategy in general. Okay.
No, the strategy in general is you can lose Pikmin, but you have to grow more. In the caves, that's it. Unless you find a flower that will give you more, there you go.
Well, no. Here's the thing about the caves and the Pikmin combat is really not all that interesting. You throw Pikmin on the thing and then it dies. Like that's that's super exciting. Okay. Instead of I get that the whole thing about Pikmin 1 was that people complained about it being too short, so they added the caves to make the game longer. And I get that and it was a good attempt, but instead of focusing on what made the games interesting and unique, they just put in a bunch of really boring randomly generated dungeons. And then for the overworlds, which are the parts that are actually good, just copied and pasted the same area graphics over again with like, oh, this one's got spring now, so it's totally different. So yeah.
Well, it's the same areas. That's the point.
Well, no, like, why is it the same areas though? Like
Because it's the same planet, Ted.
so it's the same planet in Pikmin 3, and you can be in different areas. You know, last time I checked, planets are pretty fucking big, and the
Last I
Pikmin are
checked,
pretty
both of-
fucking small.
Last I checked, Pikmin 1 and 2 were on the GameCube, and 3 was originally a Wii game.
Yeah, just because it's on the same console doesn't mean it has to have the same areas. Like, Banjo-Kazooie 1 and 2, or Banjo 1 and Banjo 2 are both on the N64, and they both have different areas. Except for, like, Spiral Mountain, which is there for tutorial purposes, but...
It just gets blown the fuck up in the second game.
Yeah, but, like, they all have different... That's not a very good excuse, especially considering that Pikmin 2 came out in, like, 2004, and Pikmin 1 came out in 2001, meaning they had plenty of time to create new assets, so...
Well,
yeah.
I like collecting treasure. I like the added difficulty of the caves, having to manage my Pikmin more efficiently. I just prefer it to 1, even though 1 is still a fantastic game.
Okay,
just say no if you want, Ted. I don't care.
You can be wrong if you want to. I completely forgot to take care of the lava what's this called? The lava, the lava bumps, or no, not the lava bumps. What the hell am I even talking about? I completely forgot to take care of the extra guys here, which is why I'm getting my ass kicked. I just realized. So this will be an awful lot easier as soon as I kill all of those. So yeah. Like I completely yeah, I am absolutely shitting the bed on this boss.
Did all your brain power go to try to counter my Pikmin 2 opinion?
A little bit, yeah, but also it was just kind of me being a dipshit in general, so I don't want to entirely blame you. So,
Okay.
you know, there is that. No, this is actually one thing about this boss is, it's got this kind of fake out ending where you kill it, the victory music plays, and then,
Yes, yeah, I like that.
and then it comes back up, and then you fight it again. But actually, the funny thing is to me, I actually think the second phase is easier than the first one.
Well, he's weakened.
Well, no, he's back to full health and he's on fire, and that's cool. Like it's kind of like his pinch mode kind of thing. But the thing is that if you do any water or ice attack on this guy, all three of the heads will shrivel up, and then you can just wail on them for for a good couple of turns, like at least a turn. I think maybe two. So
Do we have any mains in Smash Bros? Mine is Shulk.
Smash Bros. 4, Pac-Man.
Pac-Man's really fun to play as.
I like Pac-Man a lot. So yeah, so I for my money, I actually think the Lava Piranha gets easier in the second. Oh, I should have kept multi-bounce on. Ah, damn it. Okay, that was not smart on my end. Okay, but yeah, I should have kept. But yeah, for my money, I think the second phase of the boss is a lot easier than the first phase. So funny how that ends up working out. No, that's not smart. I shouldn't. Okay. Back to yeah, because if you use a tidal wave on this boss, then if you use a tidal wave on this boss, even if you don't do good damage on it, you'll still kind of shrivel it up for a turn.
Paralyze it, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So that was just the okay. So sorry, I thought I was just looking at my computer screen for a moment because I thought I heard like some sound issues, but that was just the emulation and not necessarily the that was just the game's emulation and not necessarily the XSplit fucking up.
Yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately, N64 games are still a little bit tricky to emulate, so
Even the people who made the fucking things can't do it, right?
yeah. Yeah, I'll just multi-bonk this guy.
Anyone want to donate 11 quid before I head off so we can make it a nice round 9,900?
That would be cool. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Bring it on.
Yeah. I don't know why. Actually, I probably shouldn't have done it like that. Now that I think about it, that was probably just a waste of the shroom cake. Because I just remembered they don't attack on the turn where they respawn. So if I jump on this guy, that's going to do 6 damage. No, it's going to do 8 damage, and then I can just kill it with Goombar. Yeah, that was wasteful, but oh well. No big deal. Boss done.
Neat.
Yeah, so I took way less damage in the second half than the first half. Granted, I did not do very well in the first half, so that's mostly my fault, but it just the boss fight. It is a really fun boss fight though. This was one that got me stuck for a good while the first time I played this game, but I did beat it eventually. It just took a lot of time, so yeah, it's not nearly as hard as Huff and Puff from Chapter 6, which is absolutely obnoxious. So, yeah. Oh. Way to kill the dramatic moment, Ted. Jeez. Okay, and with that, we got the 5th Star Spirit. Woo!
A really useful one, if I recall correctly.
Oh, no. Mistar, I think is her name. Mistar's, I think, got the best one in the game, just because 3 star points for 3 special meter things, whatever the hell they're called. And then
You were right the first time, Ted.
well, no, star points are what you use to level up. So,
Okay.
so 3 bars, and then you heal 20 HP. Very useful, especially if you're like me and you get really stingy with healing items. So, yeah. But wait, the chapter's not over yet, because we need to have a Metroid escape sequence.
Do 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 do, and so on.
Yeah, Chapter 5 in Thousand Year Door has a segment somewhat similar to this. Not with the volcano erupting, but with the X-Naut attacking the island. Chapter 5 is another really good chapter in Paper Mario Thousand Year Door as well. Although that's got Bobbery in it, and Bobbery is, again, one of my favorite characters in that game, too.
Hell yeah.
Now, actually, I was interested. So one time when I played this game, I actually did backtrack into the volcano after the explosion, and I believe the lava does actually cover certain areas, so you can't go back to them anymore. If I remember correctly, like the lava's covering the boss area, if I think. So you
Hmm.
can't go back to like this back half of the dungeon ever again. Thankfully, I do not believe there's anything hidden in here that you can miss. So you don't have to worry about that at the very least.
Colorado is such a fuck up.
No, he's pretty awful at his job, all things considered. Um, so you know, it's just he's just there to provide some comic relief, which is nice, I think. You know, because
We have a £1 donation from Rand Cossack. Newsflash: local hair enthusiast gives wrong opinion about video games. This donation goes to the Save Wacka campaign, brought to you by Bomb, the people's champion. This has been Rand Cossack, local news associate, signing out.
thank you, dude. I suppose. I didn't know that Tom was so into his hair, but you know, like, it just you learn something new every day. Oh, this is the quiz show one. Oh, I love this one.
Yeah, this is pretty great.
Yeah, this is the quiz show mini game. So this is one of my favorite ones. It's really easy too, even if you haven't played the game before. So yeah. I am delicate. Oh man, I do like the Paper Mario games in that they do characterize Peach a little bit more than especially the platformers where she doesn't really do kind of jack. She's just kind of like, "Oh, Mario." And you know, normally I really like the I think the Mario like sports spin-offs and the party games do provide each character with a lot of personality, but Peach always kind of seems to be one of those characters that seems to be kind of forgotten about the most and just kind of ends up being one of the more bland ones. But in the
Hmm.
RPGs, I think she does kind of have a really kind of sarcastic and fun personality. So I think that I like her a lot in Paper Mario specifically. If I remember correctly, she doesn't really do much in. Now she's kidnapped in Superstar Saga, and from what I played of Partners in Time, she's not really in that very much either. So
Yeah, I can't remember much of Peach in Partisan Time.
yeah, so you know she's not so much in those games, but in the Paper Mario games where she does get a decent amount of screen time, I think she's a fun character. So yeah. Oh no, Princess Peach. So yeah, this is one of my I love this quiz show section, and I also love that this is the 64th quiz off, and in every subsequent game after this, it's the 65th quiz off and 66th in Super Paper Mario. And I never actually beat Sticker Star because it's awful, but I it better be the 67th quiz show in that game, or I'll have to smack a bitch. So
I played like the first couple of chapters of Sticker Star. I was renting it. That's what I meant to say, and I just sent it back because I was so bored.
it is pretty awful, but I don't want to make this the the bitch about. oh oh the Koopa the Koopa troll on the left is named Spiky Tom. Interesting. I didn't know you worked for the our great Lord Bowser,
Yeah,
Tom.
yeah. After the good people decide that Pikmin 2 was not a good game, I just went to work for the winning side, really.
Okay, so you can let the other two answer a handful of questions, but you are going to want to get most of them if you want to you are going to want to get most of them if you want to win. It doesn't really matter if you win or lose because all you get for winning or losing is a jam and jelly, which is good, but it's not the end of the world if you don't get it. But
Yeah.
and if you get the and no matter what, you get the consolation prize, which is the parasol. So yeah, I forget the name of it, but it's the parasol that allows you to change your to change your your appearance, which is like chapter 6's Peach segment is also one of the most fun ones too. So yeah, so I
Someone in the chat said Sticker Star is becoming the new standard according to the co-director of Sticker Star. I really don't think so, considering Paper Mario is now in an RPG with stats and stuff.
Oh man, so here's our participation prize. We get the sneaky parasol. Awesome. This is also one of the shortest Peach segments as well because the quiz show gets finished pretty quickly. So why do they just have random quiz shows in Bowser's Castle anyway?
God knows, mate. £3 from Lindsay. I have anxiety and I often feel like sleeping the day away when I know there's not going to be anything good in it. I know that feeling. But for the streams, I've been getting up a lot earlier. Thank you, and thank you. You're all awesome, and you should feel really good about what you do. I
Thank,
try to.
thank you very much.
Oh, we're £7 away, and the ticker's probably not going to update until I'm gone.
Yeah, so okay, so yeah, this is the end of this area where Miss Star rants at Colorado about the value of life
Blah,
over
blah, blah.
treasure, blah blah blah. So yeah, but with that we get the star energy up to 5, and now we can use Smooch, which is a
Fuck
very
yeah.
good ability. You
It's
know, if
good
you could
stuff.
just call down never mind, I do not find the star spirits particularly attractive, so so okay.
Where was that sentence going?
Well, I was going to say something like if I could call somebody down to give me a kiss whenever I wanted, I would, but then I realized, wait a minute, I'm not attracted to floating star things. So I kind of decided to retract that statement a little
But
bit.
using someone as a personal kissing object, that's fine.
Um, if they're if they're
You were gonna lose either way, Ted. Just
if
stop
they're
going back.
willing, then sure, it would be nice.
Let me know when we reach the save screen, and I'll
Okay.
buzz me in.
Hold on. Well, first things first, I need to get the volcano base so that I can give it to Colorado. You want to make sure you do this before you leave, because if you don't, that's how you get the final seed. And if you don't do that, you have to backtrack, and that's annoying. So, uh,
Mamma mia.
yeah. So, okay. So we've given it to him, and he's going to be all like, "Cheers." And so he gives us the magical seed, and now we're basically done with Lava Island. So, uh,
Hey,
yeah, wahey. Wrong N64 game, Tom. So, hold on,
go on.
I'm going to save. Okay, thank you for joining me for at least some of this, dude.
I'm sorry. I don't think I've done very well tonight, but I will make good use of my time offline or off stream to get the Metroid Prime stream at least started to upload, and I'll also start to render Hyrule Warriors. If you give Mia like a couple of minutes, in fact, let me just stall until she gets back, then I'll leave. So if you want to like head back to town, that should do it.
Okay, we've got a junior Troopa fight
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, do
So,
that, and then I'll pop off.
okay, so it's better than pausing the stream anyhow. So, okay,
All you gotta do is put the break screen on, call Mia, and then it's good.
okay, so boop boop boop. Okay, so yeah, it's a shame though. I love the Yoshi's Island remix in this. I don't want to fight these guys. I'm just gonna run away. But yeah, I love the Yoshi's Island remix in this area. So it's a shame that that you don't get to hear it anymore after you leave. Well, I mean, you can come back here, and you will need to if you decide to do stuff like the obnoxious what's this called? The obnoxious like male.
All the power car stuff.
Yeah, that if you decide to do that obnoxious side quest, you do have to come back here because I'm pretty sure one of the things is for a Yoshi on Lava Island. But
Hmm.
you know, other than that, it's really not that you don't have an awful lot of reason to come back. So okay, there we go. So now that I've got you definitely want to have the Spike Shield badge equipped before you go back to Toad Town because of the Junior Troopa fight that's coming up next.
Hmm.
So
I forget what's his gimmick this time. Does he fly?
he starts flying at the end of chapter 3, but
Okay.
this time he's flying and has a spike.
Ah.
So Like, it's really not all that hard because you can use Watt or Power Carry or Bow. And, well, no, I don't think you can use Bow because I'm pretty sure he has defense. But you can use Watt and do damage on him pretty reliably. But if you don't have the Spike Shield badge equipped, Mario's pretty useless. So, but it's also one of the easier fights because he's an idiot and he swims all the way to
Yeah,
Lava
I'm
Island.
just seeing that now.
And then he starts swimming all the way back. So, you know. I love this little guy. It's a shame that he basically disappears after Paper Mario 1. He gets like a tiny blink if you miss it cameo in Thousand Year Door, where he's like hidden in the background behind window glare in a letter in that you get through one of the emails. You can see Junior Troopa in the background,
Oh,
but
I must
he's
have missed that.
Oh, well, it's very easy to miss. Like it's an email after you get after chapter 6. There's from Zip Toad. He's in the background there. Um, but after that, he just never comes back, and it's a shame because he's one of my favorite parts of this game. So
Mhm.
yeah, I will never swim again for the rest of my life.
I think Mia will be hosting the call, so tell me when you've beaten Junior.
Okay. All right, got it. So yeah, so hold on. Wheeze. So yeah, one thing that I love about this fight though, and it also kind of makes the fight pretty pathetic, is that all of it is his swimming all the way there and back depletes half of his HP.
That's great.
But you know he does, you got to give him some amount of credit. He does get a lot smarter throughout the course of the game because he does do 6 damage, which is a lot. That's more damage than the lava piranha was doing. And so yeah, so he's not a pushover. It's just if you prepare for the fight, it's not a problem at all. So power jump and boop. There we go. And yeah. So it's not really too hard. It's just a couple of well placed power jumps will take him down really quickly. So you don't even really need to worry about him too much. But you know what? I'm gonna power bounce on him just for shits and giggles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, damn it! I've never been good at that. There are people who can power bounce so much that they can like one-shot Bowser, and I've just never been good enough to do stuff like that.
Mhm.
But anyway, Junior Troopa's down, so now that you think
Okay.
about it, I have wings. If I had just flown to the island, I would have wasted. Bonk,
Oh,
bonk, 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 bonk. Okay, so anyway, thanks for joining me
yeah.
for the first half of this,
I'm
Tom.
I'm really sorry, but I just don't have the energy to be as energetic, and you've pretty much got the talking thing down pat. But I'll offer you a compromise. How about like Johnny is on for the last block, right?
Yes, he is.
How about me, Johnny, Ryan, and maybe Mia getting on that, so we can all
Uh,
like keep the energy up and the like.
why don't we work that out later
Yeah,
because I don't know who's available then.
a grand finale for Paper Mario, as it were. Now I'm hosting the call, so if you want to put on the break screen, you can set up a new call with Mia.
Okay, all right. So
Right.
guys, we will be ready to go in just a moment. So just give me a second while oh wait, hold on. Give me a second while I take care of that. So basically what we're doing right now is in case you're only just tuning in, Tom had to leave, so instead we are going to be having Mia join us. Yeah, Mia. Okay. I'm just trying to see if she's ready to go, and then we can get back to where we were. Okay. Uh,
Hello.
hey, you here?
Sorry?
You
Yeah, I
here?
can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so sweet. Okay, let's get back to business. How much Paper Mario have you played, Mia?
I've played some of the first chapter of the first game, and I've beaten the first chapter of the second game.
Oh, you haven't played any further than that?
No, I am terrible at Paper Mario for whatever reason. Like, I'm going to sit down with like a guide and stuff and just, go through it the proper way. But back when I played when I played Paper Mario 2 or Thousand Year Door originally, I didn't have a guide because we just didn't have internet at the time. So,
Ah, yeah. funny story. The first time I played Paper Mario, I'm pretty sure I've told this story before to the chat, but I got stuck at plenty of points in the original Paper Mario,
Yeah,
and so I was stuck in one of the last areas, and so when I renewed my subscription to Nintendo Power, they would offer like strategy guides and such and the like. So I resubscribed and I ordered the Paper Mario strategy guide with my resubscription just so that I could do I want it? You can get a
yeah,
second damage dodge?
apparently
You
so.
can get a second damage dodge. That is okay, yeah, that is awesome. um
Nice.
so yeah, but yeah, so hold on, I'm equipping that right now. But yeah, what was I gonna say? But yeah, but I got so I reset so I when I resubscribed, I ordered the Paper Mario strategy guide, and I got it like the day after I beat the game. So
Yeah.
yeah, so it's it's funny how that kind of stuff works out. But anyway,
I get you.
we're not
Back,
going. Oh, what was that? You can go.
I was saying back in the old days, back when Nintendo magazines were a thing in the UK/Ireland, we had Nintendo Official Magazine UK, and I used to love it back then. They eventually changed publisher, and I stopped buying it, but I think it's recently gone out of print.
Ah, that's a
I
shame.
remember
Nintendo Power went out of print, I believe,
years
like
ago.
I think it might have been 3 or 4 a
Yeah,
while ago, though.
it's kind of a shame, but I can see why, because the internet.
Yeah, the internet's kind of killed a lot of magazines in general, or at least kind of like I'd say enthusiast magazines.
Yeah,
Like I guess more general kind of like newsstandy gossipy type stuff still kind
yeah.
of exists because if you've never read an issue of Cosmo before, I highly recommend it because it's hilarious. So you can find the 101 ways how you're not having sex good enough. It's great. um, but
Yeah,
that kind of stuff I think will always have an audience. But stuff like Nintendo Power, again, like people get what they need for those kind of things from the internet. So there's
basically, yeah.
not an awful lot of reason uh, to buy them anymore, which is a shame because Nintendo Power was a really good publication. But it
And the Nintendo official magazine, though, I remember I used to read it. It was around 2004 is when Paper Mario 2 came out, and that's the reason, like, I asked my parents or Santa Claus back then to get it for me for Christmas. And
What are you
yeah,
implying about Santa Claus, Mia?
he doesn't exist. Ruining Ted's dreams on stream for everyone.
The children's, Mia. Think of the children's. Okay,
Easter Bunny's also not real.
you you heartless monster.
Mwahaha.
Okay, but yeah, there are a lot of super blocks that you can get in between chapter 5 and 6. So we are going to be going for those at the actually now that since I'm here anyway, I should get another strange leaf so that I can make more deluxe feasts.
Awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, because the I mean the warp point to the boost mansion's right there. I might as well. But yeah, so we're going to have a little bit longer of a in-between section than normal, just because of how long how much stuff there is to find in between chapters. There's a lot of stuff to get in between chapters 5 and 6, so we're going to be taking care of that right now. And it's not even really technically going to be done even once we get to chapter 6. Once we get to chapter 6, because I always make it a point to backtrack back to the Toad Town tunnels in order to get the Ultra Boots early, because that makes the boss of Chapter 6 so much easier.
That's good. I
Yeah.
like when you can really cheese bosses in these RPGs.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk more about that boss when we get to him. But I do not like Huff and Puff. He's a dick. He is a massive
Yeah,
dick. Okay, so anyway, yeah. Okay, so you can't get this super block until after you get the Ultra Hammer, but we have it now, so yeah. And I think uh, d- we'll upgrade Bombette. Why not? I believe there's two. okay, so there's definitely two super blocks in. There's definitely two super blocks in what's it's called in flower fields. Hold on a moment. I need to. There's two super blocks in flower fields, and there's one in the area. There's one in the area near. Yeah, two, one on the way to. I think if I wanted to, I could actually get all but one. I think I could get all but. I could get all but my party members up to. I could get all my party members but one fully maxed out before I even start chapter 6. So you can make the area really easy for yourself if you want. Um,
Nice.
yeah. But no, Paper Mario is a great game. I do think. How old
Oh
were you
yeah,
when
it
you
is.
play? Yeah. How old were you when you first tried to play it?
The first Paper Mario, I would have been about 10. Like the first Paper Mario game I played was Thousand Year Door, and I would have been about. Yeah, I would have been about. Paper Mario 2 came out in 2004. Am
Yeah,
I right?
October 2004. I
I would have
was
been about
11.
8.
Okay, yeah. So, I think do you play a lot of RPGs nowadays or
I've played some of the Final Fantasies, but that's about it.
Okay, well that's what if I think if you have even basic RPG understanding, you
Yeah.
will I think you could go back to Paper Mario nowadays and you do an
Oh
awful lot
yeah,
better
definitely.
because
Yeah.
these are not very difficult okay, I don't want to say that just in case people do have troubles with them and then I come across as a dick, but they're not too terribly hard. So, I think you could get through them pretty okay. Nowadays that you have like modern understanding and stuff. And blooper. So this is okay. So in Toad Town Tunnels there are three kind of blooper mini bosses. I believe this is the last one. So yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the super blooper. He's actually a little bit easier, I think, than the electro blooper if you know what you're doing because he's got this. What his big thing is that he'll summon like blooper babies, and he does do an awful lot of damage, but he I don't think he's as hard because unlike the original blooper, like the electric blooper, which is the second one you fight, he doesn't ever do anything that would make it so that you can't attack him. So you don't have to like keep hammer throw or anything like that on. So I think that he's a little bit easier. You just got to make sure to attack the babies when he spawns them, and that'll make sense in a little bit of a moment. Also, now that we've got Bow fully upgraded, Fan Smack is awesome. It does 10 damage, and and as long as the enemy doesn't have any defense, obviously, which the Super Blooper doesn't, so that makes it a really good attacking move. Um,
I'm guessing there's not much of a curve in like enemy HP throughout the game, like in
uh,
Final Fantasy.
Not really. Like, the thing about Paper Mario as opposed to Final Fantasy is that the numbers are generally a lot lower. Like,
Yeah.
you do like 1 damage at the beginning of the game as opposed to like 100-ish at the
Yeah,
beginning
I
of a
get
Final
you.
Fantasy. So it's smaller numbers, which is generally a little bit easier uh, for, I'd say, younger kids to get a handle on.
Yeah, I
Um,
get. Yeah.
and also, like, a lot of RPGs kind of have a semi RMG element to it where you can attack sometimes and it'll do 10 damage, or you can attack sometimes and it'll do, or you can attack sometimes and it'll do 150 damage, or you can attack sometimes and it'll do 200 damage. Everything's very consistent in Paper Mario, where everything does the same damage every time because that's just how it works. But there is a curve when it comes to enemies. Like in Chapter 1, enemies have generally like 2 to 4 health. Chapter ends in the last chapter, which is about halfway through the game, things generally averaged around 8 to 10. So there is a curve that way. It's just when you get to bosses, things generally have an awful lot more HP. So,
Yeah.
that's just standard RPG stuff there. So, um,
Someone was asking me what my favorite Pokemon and favorite Nintendo character is. My favorite Pokemon would probably be Eevee, I'd say, and my favorite Nintendo character would probably be. I don't really know who my favorite Nintendo character is.
okay, favorite Nintendo character. That's hard because there's just so many of them. Uh,
Basically,
Yeah, when it comes to my favorite Pokemon family, anybody who knows me knows this, my answer for this. My favorite Pokemon is Typhlosion, but I'd usually say the entire Cyndaquil line is my favorite. I love Cyndaquil, Quilava, and Typhlosion. They're that's mostly just sentimental on my case, because Pokemon Gold was a game that I played a lot when I was a kid, and I picked Cyndaquil when I started, and I don't really know why I did. I just kind of did, and that was the first Pokemon, and I think to this day still the only Pokemon I've ever had the patience to level up to level 100. So it's a very kind of sentimental thing for me.
Yeah, someone told me to remind you to give the blueberry to the well in chapter 6.
Oh yeah, to get a badge. Sure, I'll try to remember to do that.
And we also got a new donation, and we're over £9,900.
Uh,
Uh,
oh, so we're how much was the donation?
£7.
£7. Thank you.
Um, it's from Ultakey, from the chat. Allow me to round the total money up. Sorry, allow me to round up the total money in the donations. If I didn't, then whatever. Money is money. Hey Ted, what's your favorite case in the Phoenix Wright series and favorite moment? My favorite joke is the stepladder and the stepladder joke IMO.
Oh man.
So many good ones.
So my favorite case in Phoenix Wright has got to be the fourth case of Justice for All. That is easily my favorite case. When it comes to favorite moment, there's a lot of them. While picking something other than that's not for my favorite case, just for variety's sake, you know what? I think it would probably have to be the villain breakdowns, just the villain breakdowns in general, I'd say. I can't pick a favorite off the top of my head, and I can't list them without spoiling the villains, but the villain breakdowns are always great, and I love them, so...
My favorite breakdown in that I've played so far is in chapter 5 of the first game. You know what I'm talking about.
Are you talking about that specific villain's first breakdown, or the second breakdown that they have?
The second.
Oh, the second. That is yes. I
Where
love.
he's just like clapping.
Yeah, I love that.
A lot.
I love that. I love. That's also one of the best villains in the game, in the series too.
I
So.
love him so much.
Yeah. So.
I had his theme song as my ringtone for the longest time.
Oh wow. I should have more. I should have more video game theme. Video game. What's it called? I should have more video game. Oh no, I can't. Okay, so, ringtones. But oh no. Okay, so I can't. Okay, so I've gotten all of the super blocks I can, unfortunately, because I need to have the ultra boots in order to get these blocks in order to get to the chapter 7. But I also need to. So yeah. So unfortunately, we've gotten everything we can in Toad Town Tunnels at the moment. Except for Rip Cheeto, I hate this guy. So I believe you have to talk to him 10 times in order to get everything he has. So you get so I think if you talk to him more than 10 times, he gives you starts just giving you dried shrooms. So let's see, I believe he gives you a repel gel. This is where a lot of money is going to go if you just keep on talking to him. And a star piece. So hold on, same price, 60. I know that he starts. Okay, super shroom. I think he gives you like two. He gives you two. Oh, a mushroom. And I think now he starts giving you 2 dried shrooms in a row, and then I think he gives you after this he gives you 2 dried shrooms in a row, and then I think he goes and then he gives you then I think he gives you another star piece. So I don't think I'm gonna really talk to him again because I'm not going for star pieces in this run. But yeah, okay, so that should be all the Toad Town Tunnels junk I need to do for the moment. I think that all we need to do is go beat up Kentsy Koopa, and then we'll be good for chapter 6. Which is
Awesome.
Yeah, chapter 6 is one of the more annoying chapters in the game. It's not my favorite. There's a lot of backtracking involved, but I still think it's okay.
Well, I think we're kind of at that point in an RPG where there is a lot of backtracking, considering we're 6 chapters out of 8.
Yeah, but it's not like we go back to previous areas in the world. It's we just kind of go back to the same areas we kind of go back to the same areas in that in that like it's kind of hard to explain. You'll kind of see it when we get to the point where we're exploring chapter 6, but like the entire you start in like the kind of the central hub, and it kind of branches out, and there's kind of like 6 kind of branching paths, and you go back and forth through them an awful lot is more what it is. So it's a lot of
Yeah.
zigzagging around the same, and the area itself is pretty small, but you zigzag around it a lot, so that's kind of annoying.
Oh God. You said you're playing Final Fantasy IX at the moment. Are you going to be doing all the side quests?
I'm not sure, to be honest, cause I'm playing through Final Fantasy IX because we're doing a brain scratch commentary at the moment, and I
Hmm.
want to make sure I know what I'm talking about. That's the main
I
thing.
get you.
I don't think I'm gonna, so I'm just going to play it the way I normally do, where I try to do some of the side quests I find, and if I don't do them all, I don't worry about it.
I'll put it to you this way: the Chocobo Hot and Cold side quest is going to take a ton of time.
Yeah, I'm
I
probably not
uh,
going to bother doing all of that specifically. But I will, like, I'll do things I can find along the way, but the first
I
time I
get
play
you.
an RPG, I don't really worry about doing everything. I just kind of do what I feel like and don't do what I don't feel like.
Yeah. I did all the side quests in 6 because you kind of need to get everything out of
Oh,
that game.
oh, like get all your characters back.
Yeah.
Hold on. What do I not? I don't need the repel gel. I'll store that. Uh, okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. I know that like item crafting is not the most interesting thing to watch, but I kind of want to make sure I get it done. Um, okay. So, okay. So I'll just. I can't believe I just took a dusty shroom out. But yeah, I think I'm just going to make one more maple syrup and then maple super, I should say. Make one more maple super and then go over to fight Kenshi Kupo, who really is not all that hard as long as you know the trick. There's a trick to making the fight pathetically easy, but the first time you fight him and you don't know the trick, it will kick your ass. I am absolutely certain.
Kenzie
Um,
as the guy you people donated for, am I correct?
yes, because he's one of the major super bosses in the game. Basically, I'd say there are 3 major super bosses. There's him, there's the Master's final form, who you fight in the training dojo, so that's why that was a incentive. And then there's also I forget, oh yeah, there's the triple anti-guy fight. So
Yeah.
there's 3 major super bosses. Kenshi Koopa's one of them. Now, if you want to know what the trick is, it's not just something that's hidden in the game and you have to try everything until you find it. Basically, his thing right now is that he's blocking the way to Koopa Village. So if you use the warp points underneath the city and warp to Koopa Village, you can talk to some of the people and they'll all have new dialogue talking about Kenshi Koopa. And then they'll talk about how he used to like fall asleep an awful lot and stuff like that. So that's your hint to use the lullaby special against him. So yeah, that's basically the big trick to keeping him down is using lullaby as often as possible. So yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, so but if you don't do that though, if you don't know that though, he's practically impossible. His defense power is 6, which is a lot. And if you flip him over, he will not only attack you, he will also attack your partner. Which is bad because if you get your partner attacked, they're out of commission for a set number of turns, which is awful. He does a lot of damage and has a lot of health, so that's pretty obnoxious. So you're just gonna wanna put him to sleep right away. This is one of the few times where I find myself using Lullaby a lot because Lullaby is cheap when it comes to star power. It only takes up 1, and it's just efficient. So it's not like you have to waste up your inventory slots doing to have Sleepy Sheeps. Now there are also 2 different places you can attack Kenshi Koopa, the head and the tail. Even if he's flipped over, if you attack the head, you will not do damage. You will still have that defense. But if you attack the tail, that will not have any defense at all. So you can do stuff like Bo's hammer smack and do a lot of damage to him that way. So
I'm getting a lot of Welk flashbacks from Final Fantasy VI.
What?
He's the first boss,
I
the turtle.
Oh, that guy. Oh, yeah. I have not played Final Fantasy VI in a long time. I haven't played it since I was
Fair
in
enough.
since I think the summer after I graduated high school. I think was the first time I played Final Fantasy VI. So, it was actually it had just come out on the Virtual Console actually at that point. So that's
Oh
why.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's why. But it was a really good game though. So I should revisit it at some point.
Yeah,
But there are a lot of games I really want to play. So,
I
uh,
get you.
so unfortunately, unless if they're like my all-time favorites, I don't find an awful lot of time to replay games these days, which is a shame. So,
Same here. I usually just go back to games that I know and like instead of going on to new ones most of the time. I know it's kind of narrow, but you know.
yeah. Well, I have been trying to kind of expand my library a little bit and like try games that are outside of my comfort zone. But
Yeah.
when it comes to specifically like playing something I've already played before, I generally only stick to stuff that I'm familiar with. So
Fair enough.
yeah. So yeah, that was a no damage run of Kent C. Koopa.
Oh, is he dead?
Yeah, he's dead. He is not
Awesome.
that hard. He is not that hard if you know what to do. Well, actually, it's not even that he's not that hard. He's a cakewalk if you know what to do. But if you don't know what to do, he's downright it feels downright impossible. So
I get you.
it's one of those kind of bosses where there's a specific trick in order to beating him. But thankfully, the game does tell you the trick if you know where to look specifically. So that's
Yeah, that's one issue I have with Final Fantasy games.
what where they
They
sometimes
don't tell you, like, they don't usually tell you how to kill the super bosses. You basically just have to look on game facts.
like that's the thing about what's it's called about Ozma, right? There's something you can do to make him closer to the party so that you can attack him with like
Yeah,
your
you need to find 9 hidden enemies, and even then he's still borderline impossible because he's so random and he
yeah
moves really quick.
yeah. Oh shit! I forgot one of the I forgot one of the Bulbul seeds. Oh fuck! I just realized I forgot the seed from I forgot the seed from Mount Rugged. We're gonna have to backtrack. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh
It's
man.
okay.
Oh man, I completely forgot that we did that. Oh man. To Mount
Uh,
Rugged. Doop doo.
Someone suggested that uh that that cooking a single volt shroom can get a hot shroom which recovers 15 HP and 5 flower power.
Really? Um.
Apparently, according to
Huh.
the chat.
You know what? I'll try it because I know I've got a Volt Shroom in storage, and I don't use those things anyway. Because the Volt Shroom is basically just a temporary zap tap. For those of you who know Paper Mario. So basically, Mia, it just if enemies attack you, they take damage in return, basically.
Yeah,
So it's a temporary zap tap. So you know, so since I have the Zap Tap badge, there's not an awful lot of use to my Volt Shrooms anymore. So, sure, you know what? Before we go to Chapter 6, I'll cook up the Volt Shroom and see what happens. I don't think I've ever tried to do it before. That's something I've never done either, is done a file where I've cooked all of Taste T's recipes. Because that's something that the game does keep tally of, is how many different recipes you've cooked. So yeah. Also, would you mind telling me where the kill or save Wacka
yeah, of
uh,
course.
is at? Because we're
No bother.
actually since I was not planning to go back to Mount Rugged, but if he's I just want to, but that's where Wacka is. So if he's in the
Save lead.
save is in the lead, okay, good.
Yep.
So all right,
Kill
so
was in the lead this morning, like around earlier, but a bunch of donations came in saying to save him, so he's
okay,
safe for now, which
yeah.
personally I'm glad of because I want him to survive.
Yeah, so since he's in the lead right now, I'll leave him alone and I won't get any more Wacka bumps. But I do think I am going to want at least one more, but I'll wait until we get to Chapter 4. I mean,
What
Chapter
do Waka
8.
Bumps do?
Wacka bumps are really good healing items. They
Ah,
heal
okay.
25, 25 hit points and 25 flower points. And just for comparison's sake, you usually end the game with about 50 of each. So
Fair enough.
they're very
Uh,
good healing items.
I have a question. It's from Gareth. When do you have an ETA on when you're gonna finish?
Hold on a moment. It's for now. I'd say about an hour, hour and a half.
All right, no bother.
Yeah. I had forgotten how much in between stuff is in how much in between stuff is in between 5 and 6. And
Don't worry. I don't think Gareth will be home till like 5:30 anyway. So
yeah, I do wanna I wanna like I didn't expect like this is gonna be like an extra 3 minutes is just getting that seed because you need 4 seeds in order to get to the 6th chapter of the game, and I had thought I had gotten all of them along the way. And normally I'm better about that, but I just had a brain fart about it.
no worries.
Yeah, but I do know that Smoothie's Fox Adventures is happening next. So
Fairfax temperatures, yeah.
Fairfax temperatures. So like I know that's probably gonna go late. So I wanted to make sure that we don't we don't slack off for this playthrough at the very least. So
Smoothie says to take your time, just so you know. So like,
oh,
don't
yeah.
worry about.
Yeah, I do know that they don't get if we end early, there's not like they because people have to get home from work and get set up. So
Exactly. Yeah.
if
So
we end
don't
early,
worry.
they'll be starting at the same time no matter what. I don't want to run late is the big thing, and I don't think we will.
I know, but you don't need to like worry though too much.
Okay, yeah,
I think they want to start at 6-ish, but
yeah. I should be done by 6.
yeah.
Yeah. If I can't beat Flower Fields by 6, I need to give up my Paper Mario fan card because because chapter 6 is not that long. It's just a little bit tedious. So yeah, so it's not that long. It's not that long, and it's not difficult until you get to the boss of the area because Huff and Puff is obnoxious. So yeah, so we've got the last seed. Let's go get that Volt Shroom out of storage and see what happens, because I've never actually tried cooking one before, so... Um...
Oh, we got a donation.
Awesome!
From Louis. I remember the Nintendo official magazine UK too, as well as the unofficial one. I remember that one too. I think it was called Cube. Reminiscing such things makes one feel old. By the way, Ted, what's Wacka's fate in the BSC Thousand Year Door LP?
I think I whack him, like, once in
Okay,
Thousand
good.
Year Door, because, like...
I wouldn't be able to forgive you if you killed him.
Oh, no, I've never flat out killed him before, because,
Good.
I think... One of the things I was so shocked about when I looked him up online was that wait, he can die. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So hold on, let's cook up a Volt Shroom and see what happens. Would you like
If
me
you were to kill him in that LP, I would literally unsubscribe right now.
Yeah, no. What's really worse is that I can't remember which game starts it. It doesn't start with this game. Is Hot Shroom. Oh, I remember this item. Okay, yeah. But I don't remember which game it starts. Which game it starts with. I believe it's Super Paper Mario, but I'm not sure. But I think either Super Paper Mario or Mario or Thousand Year Door. If you whack him if you whack him like each subsequent time, he starts like having like memory loss and things like that. Like that just makes me feel awful.
Yeah.
Oh, a tasty tonic. That's a waste of time. So, okay, hold on. Since I'm here, I figured I might as well cook everything else, so... Oh, no, I don't need to use... And, okay, make with one. Okay, there... Oh, wait, hold on. You see... Oh, that's actually a point where I'm glad that I had my button layout the way it was. I thought I was pressing B and then I pressed A and whatever. We got a fried shroom. Okay, so now let's go to chapter 6, finally. We've probably spent more time just faffing about mid-game stuff than we actually did in the dungeon of chapter 5. So, yeah. So once you get all 4 seeds, a sparkly little effect will happen on the gate, and you can enter chapter 6. If you don't know which flower you're missing, you can go talk to Merlin, and he'll point you in the direction of the flowers you need to find. So.
That's good. I like the way they just you know, have characters and stuff just to try and keep you in the game as much as possible.
Yeah. Thousand Year Door does that too, but they generally make it a little bit less easy in general. Like
Yeah.
in this game, going to the fortune teller Merlin always costs 5 coins no matter what. And I believe in Thousand Year Door, the farther you get in the game, the more expensive the fortune teller gets.
Ah,
So
okay.
yeah, I think it can get up to like 30 coins or something. Pretty expensive if you get to that point. Although money is almost never an issue in Paper Mario, so yeah. Um, so in chapter 6, you've got two main objectives in order to get to the Star Spirit. One of them is to get to the one of them is to plant a magic bean in order to get a beanstalk to grow so that you can get to the clouds. But the other one is to what's it called? To get rid of the clouds caused by the Puff Puff machine. Now, I believe it's somewhere to the right that we can get the we got to go to the right first in order to get to Petunia.
Going to
So
the right in a Mario game? You don't say.
yeah, it's just I always forget which pathway leads where. No, wait, no, this leads to that. I can't go that way until after I get Lackluster.
We got a new donation.
Sweet.
Flashback 007 donated £1. I watched most of the stuff on YouTube, but I felt like donating because it's such an incredibly good cause. I fought against depression myself, so kudos to all the participants in this incredible event for helping raise the money. Thank you very much.
Thank you, dude. Oh, crazy daisies! I hate these guys. They'll sing a song, which is very hard to dodge, and if it hits you, you fall asleep.
Damn.
Ah. Oh no. Well, it doesn't always make you fall asleep, but there's a chance that you'll fall asleep.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. So, um, other than that, though, they're really not too hard because they've got a pretty low HP amount for this point in the game. So, they're not
That's
too
good.
bad, but they are annoying. I think it's. Oh, they okay. So these bee enemies are called Bizaps, which is, for the record, Bizap exclamation point is in the name. So like he goes Bizaps exclamation point are monstrous bees. So these are kind of tricky enemies because they have 3 HP, so that's really low, but they do 6 damage, which is a lot for an enemy in this point of the game. So they're pretty dangerous, and since you can generally take them out in one turn, I always recommend going for them first. So
What's the like max HP cap you can have?
I forget what it is. This game does have a level cap. I believe it's got to be somewhere in like the 60 to 70 range, I think.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah. So you don't get so again, enemies that generally deal more than like 5 are dangerous. So you should keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. I believe it's middle, right, left. Okay, yeah, if you hit the trees in the order middle, right, left, which is actually the opposite of a lot of like hidden secrets in Mario games where it's left, right, middle. But if you hit the trees in that order, you will get a happy flower badge, which I believe will slowly replenish your flower points, which is essentially your MP.
Yeah.
It'll slowly replenish that over the course of a battle. So, that's helpful. Not essential, but helpful.
It's like regen for your HP or your MP or
Yeah.
your FP.
But it's just generally not worth it, though, since Paper Mario uses a turn-based system. I believe it's just like one FP every turn. So
Yeah.
it's not a lot. So I generally don't find myself using it very much, but I just wanted to show that it's there. So, okay, let's see. Okay, so I believe if we go to the right... Oh, this is another area where they only play a song once, because they've got this amped up version of the Flower Fields theme here going on here, and it's pretty great stuff, but it only ever plays for this one room, so that's sad. But anyway, Petunia's all angry because all these Monty Moles are causing her trouble. So you need to beat up all the Monty Moles in order to have her give you the seed, I think, is what you get from there.
Sure, buddy.
Not that kind of seed. Damn it. Okay, these Monty moles, they're different from the ones in Mount Rugged. Mount Rugged, they have more HP, so they have more HP and they do more damage too, I think. So yeah, they've got 12, so they only do 3 damage each, which is not a lot, so you don't have to worry about that. But they're pretty annoying. So actually, if I use Chill Out, they won't be able to hurt me at all if it works. So let's see how that goes for me. Oh, it worked! Awesome. Now they're gonna throw these rocks at me, and it's gonna do 0 damage. This is great.
I love when that happens in RPGs.
Oh man. Well, I normally don't bother with Chill Out because it's normally like not the best. It's normally not the best attack in the It's normally not too useful, I just should say. But in this case, it ended up working out for me, so that's pretty sweet.
Yep.
I don't even have to block. It's great. Mario does not fear your blocks. Mario can take rocks to the face like nobody's business. Oh man, this is awesome. Oh yeah, so I think there's 4 Monty moles that you have to fight throughout this area, and each one of them will have a different amount of Monty moles in their fight. This one's got 4, so I've got the hardest one first. But one of them will have 1 will have 2, and 1 will have 3 after this. So it'll get easier after this point. Is just all I'm trying to say. So
Yeah.
And it's pretty good. They give out pretty good XP too, because 3 each is a pretty good amount. Generally speaking, if enemies are giving 2 to 3 experience when you kill them, that means you're on track for levels at that point in the game. If they're giving out like 1 or so, 1 or none, you're over leveled. And if you're getting like 4 or 5, unless if they're like a particularly strong enemy, you're probably a little bit under leveled. But that's just their calculation to make sure that you
Oh, that's actually very good.
yeah. The way the game calculates levels, I think each enemy has its own like level and it's hidden or something. And it's like the amount of XP they give is determined about your level. It's some kind of math stuff. I looked it up. There is a formula for it. I don't remember it. But they basically, generally speaking, you'll know if you're on track for levels. And that's just basically important because one thing about RPGs that can be annoying is like walking to a boss and finding out that, oh, you're under leveled for this point in the game, and then you gotta grind, which is obnoxious. When it comes to Paper Mario, I don't think you ever need to grind ever, which I think is amazing. Well, I mean, unless if you skip all of the enemies, I should say. As long as you fight most of the random battles, you won't really be underleveled at any point in Paper Mario, and you won't have to grind.
I'm going to give you a really cheap trick for Final Fantasy IX. Grand Dragons.
Oh, no, Grand Dragons. Yeah, we had to put those on the endangered species list after Ryan went after them.
Oh, he abused them.
He got up to like level 30 with Grand Dragons.
Yes.
So
yes, I did that too. Good job, Ryan.
Oh man, so yeah, that'll be a thing. Final Fantasy IX, I think, starts 2 weeks. Like I think there's 14 parts of Paper Mario before we switch to Final Fantasy IX, so you'll be seeing some Grand Dragon Massacre soon enough on Brain Scratch.
Oh God, did he show all the battles?
Theoretically, he edits out every repeat fight.
Ah, fair enough.
And I do stress the word theoretically there.
That's okay. I've seen Ryan's editing and the older commentaries.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Okay, but anyway, I believe that's all of the. Yep, that's all of them. So, hooray! So.
Someone asked a question in the chat for Ted. Is it true that if you max out in Paper Mario, the game crashes?
Okay, no, actually, that was a misunderstanding on my part during the Paper Mario during the Paper Mario playthrough. There is a glitch in the game involving the level up screen, but it wasn't how I originally understood it. So the game does indeed have a max level cap. But if you reach the max level cap normally, the game will just stop giving you XP. So you can't ever like max out the level cap and then like have the game be broken. Basically, what happens though is if you've got the HP up badge equipped, basically that's just a badge that ups your attack points. If you have the HP up or the FP up badge equipped, and you try to level up to the max level, at that point, the game will already think that you have max HP or max FP, and then you'll just be locked in the level up screen, and you'll have to reset the game. That's basically just how it works. If you after that point, if you just like after you reset the game, if you just take the badge off and then go to the what's this called, and then level up again, then you'll be fine. You can level up normally. But the glitch I was talking about only happens if you've got HP or FP up equipped.
Okay.
So that was my misunderstanding, and I apologize for that because I really don't like making like such like bold statements like that end up being untrue. I kind of feel like a dumbass when I do that, but yeah.
Don't worry. There's a lot of weird technicalities to RPGs, so
Yeah, so that was my mistake. There is indeed a glitch. You can search on YouTube, Paper Mario level up glitch, and you'll see it. But it doesn't work the way I explained it in the Paper Mario playthrough, and I apologize for that. So, yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, these are rough puffs are actually pretty easy. I don't really. Well, they've got 10 HP, which is a lot. But if you use Mario and Goombario, or Mario and Bo, you should be fine. Actually, although Watt is one of my favorite characters in this game, Watt does not do damage to cloud enemies because they're thunder clouds, and she's a thunder. She's like a lightning bolt. So, keep that in mind. I suppose is just what I'm trying to say. Three of these guys. Actually, since I've
oh,
got
we got a
a
sorry.
new donation,
No, we got a question.
awesome.
Question for me and Ted. Have either of you played Final Fantasy Theatrhythm? I have, just a little bit. It's not really that great. It's an iOS game. It's just, yeah.
I believe I actually played some of Theatrhythm before its release at PAX East, like PAX East 2013. And
Cool, yeah.
yeah,
It's alright,
it's
but
a
it's kind of just...
it's just a rhythm game. It's nothing special.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like the music in it, but if I want to hear it, I can just look it up on YouTube or buy the soundtrack.
Did Theatrhythm remix the songs or just like rip them straight from the game?
Some of them are remixes from other places, I think, and some of them are from the game. I can't really remember.
But they didn't have a sound team like remix Final Fantasy themes specifically for Theatrhythm.
I couldn't tell you. They might have done like synths, but I'm quite sure a lot of it is just remixes that were already done or just from the original games. I honestly just don't remember.
Okay, that's fine. I know that they've made like a Dragon Quest Theatrhythm since then, which I don't think people particularly care about in the U.S. because it's Dragon Quest is mostly a Japan thing.
I like the the only Dragon Quest game I've like ever had the only Dragon Quest game I've played a bit of is the first one, and I've seen LPs of it. It was a really good RPG for its time, and
Well, it's basically the
I
first JRPG, essentially, but
I'd even say it's aged better than Final Fantasy One.
well, I suppose you could say that because it's not broken. Because
Yeah.
Final Fantasy One's 8-bit version, like half the spells just flat out don't work in that game.
Yeah, I've played quite a bit of that one. It's for the remake.
The GBA remake or the PS1 remake?
PSP.
Oh, the PSP remake. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Final Fantasy, I will say that the original Dragon Quest also has a very good localization for the time.
Yes, very, very good.
Because especially considering back then, like you were lucky if games were even like in correct English, like you were lucky if games were even in like correct English. So if you found
Congratulations.
yeah, congratulations. So considering the fact that like they went out of their way to like have everything be written in ye old English I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I actually have a really soft spot for the very first Dragon Quest game.
Yeah, I think if you want to play something similar to that, you should go out of your way to find the GBA remakes, not GBA, the DS remakes of Dragon Quests 4, 5, and 6 on the DS.
Yeah, I've seen HC Bailey's done them, so I might give them a look.
Yeah, they are very good. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do?
Yeah,
I'm going to try to see if I can find an Amazy Daisy because those things are really rare, and if I can find, I kind of want to show them off because they're essentially like, um, oh wait, hold on, I saw a star piece. Yeah, but Amazy Daisies are glowing. They're pretty rare. They're like glowing yellow. I'll go back and try again later, but they're glowing yellow crazy daisies, and um, uh, I want to hold on to this, so I'll use my fried shroom. Yeah, I'm not gonna use the fried shroom ever again anyway. But they're glowing yellow crazy daisies, and basically, if you ever do end up being under leveled in Paper Mario, even though there's really not an awful lot of there's not an awful lot of places to end up being under leveled in Paper Mario. You can go to you can kill one of them, and you will get a lot of experience points. You'll get like 40 or 50.
ooh,
So
nice.
yeah, so they're essentially the metal slime of the game, where they're really hard to kill, but if you can't, and they're pretty rare, but if you do kill them, then you can get past, you can get a lot of experience all at once. So yeah, and actually, now that I think about it, I should probably just not bother with the dizzy dial because there's a jam and jelly hidden in this tree over here. This is the first one you're going to be able to get on your own. Princess Peach also has one, but you're not going to be able to get that until after chapter 6. So after chapter 6, yes. So I don't want to waste too much time looking for one, so I'm just going to like back because this area right here is actually the best place to look for them because um crazy daisies, there's a lot of crazy daisies that spawn. But so if I don't see one within like the next 3, I'll um I'll I'll try again later because we do actually have to come back to this area. You have to visit every area, and okay, yeah, it's not there. All right, we'll come back later. You do have to visit this place like a good you have to visit most places in Flower Fields at least twice. So, you're not ever, so if you miss something there at the like, because that's why this place is the most backtrack heavy chapter in the
Yeah,
game. But at the very least, that also means that you will never really there's a lot of chances to go back to stuff without having to waste time. Like if you miss something, you can just pick it up on your next visit. So that's always good.
I'm getting
But
a lot of Yoshi's Island vibes here.
yeah. Well,
Flowers.
you missed chapter 5, which has a lot of Yoshi's Island references. Like the music in chapter 5, for the main town area is a remix of the title theme.
Ooh,
Um,
nice.
and it's a really good remix too. And Raphael the Raven helps you out. It's a really good area.
I was hoping Raphael would be one of the Cooper brothers.
Oh yeah, so if you put the blueberry down the well, you get the flower saver badge, which saves you 1 FP for every move you do, which is pretty good, but it's a little bit too expensive badge points wise for me to equip most days. So that's just that. And oh, I think I'm gonna level up after I beat this bzap. So yeah, okay. Boop and boop. What's our donation total setting at right now?
uh, Hold on, I'll refresh the page. Ooh, we got a new donation. Yeah, we got. Oh, okay, yeah, we got one new donation. Star James 77, £10. I forgot to mention earlier that this was technically the first game I bought with my own money, and I went to Target with my mom, picked it out, and gave her the amount for the game in a bag of quarters. The cashier didn't know what to do.
Wait, you paid for an N64 game in quarters? Wow, that's
Yeah.
impressive.
Also, Altaki asked me if I can put his £7 to if I can put their £75 to hold on, let me see what it was for. I think it was Save Wacka, yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so that adorable little blue guy needs to live. Like, come on.
Yeah,
You,
come
you
on,
don't be
guys,
don't
have a
be cruel.
heart.
Don't be cruel. Oh, actually, before I forget, I should equip a few more badges because I got badge points. Dupe and dupe. That's yeah, those are pretty good choices. Actually, I don't think I need the spike. No, wait, I do need the spike shield badge for the upcoming area. I'm glad I actually remembered that because we're gonna deal with Lakitus and Spinies soon, so those guys are annoying. So oh yeah, also, in order to get past these gates, you need to find the specific colored berries. So for this guy, you need the blueberry. The other blueberry you can give to the well in order to get the flower saver. So, um, yeah. After that, I don't think you need the berries again, unless if you're going for like specific, what's it called? Recipes, maybe. But even then, I don't think they're really needed for anything. So that's just something I'd have to look at the recipe list in order to check, so bear with me on that one. But anyway, oh yeah, so these are Spinies. These guys are annoying because, like the Spike Tops, the only way to damage them is to flip them over. But the only way you can do that is by jumping on them. So if you don't have the Spike Shield badge, that's really annoying. But thankfully, if you power up Watt all the way, which you should, because Watt's one of the best party members in the game, a fully charged Electro Dash will kill them in one hit. So they're not too bad with that at the very least. Also, you do not want to break that block right away because if you do this, you get a shooting star, which is a great item. It allows you to attack all enemies for 6 damage, I believe.
Yeah.
Ow, damn it. So, that's pretty good stuff.
I have a question about the second Paper Mario game because this is one thing that ultimately made me want to like play the game. Are those side-scrolling sections with Bowser actually a real thing?
Oh, they're a real thing.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to play those because that's literally like what made me want to play Paper Mario Thousand Year
Oh
Door,
no,
not so much the RPG stuff.
Oh well, no, they're hilarious. You get to the first one, I think, after chapter 2.
Ah,
Um,
okay.
yeah, because basically Bowser's sections in general are just absolutely hilarious because they've got some of the
Bowser's
best.
amazing in these games.
Yeah, he's got great dialogue, especially in 2. Like, in Paper Mario 2, Peach gets kidnapped by the X-Nauts instead of Bowser, and when Bowser finds out, his reaction is, "Nobody can kidnap the princess without my save, so I gotta get going. I gotta kidnap her back."
Yeah.
So, like, he's got the best lines in the game, and it's just awesome. So, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's a spoiler, uh, but don't they like don't Peach and Bowser get married in the third one?
It's not a spoiler since it happens. It's the first scene in the game if you
Oh,
watch the opening. So it's a Peach calls the wedding a sham, but Count Bleck make it like there's this prophecy in the book called the Dark Prognosticus, where if a beast marries a maiden with a pure heart, the Chaos Heart will appear, and so Count Bleck hypnotizes Peach in order to make her marry Bowser. Bowser's just down for it because
yeah.
Bowser, but he wants the Chaos Heart so that he can do his plan. And going into what the plan would be is spoilers, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty good stuff. I think. So hold on a moment. The smart thing to do would be to get rid of these Lakitus first, and then take care of the Spiny after the fact. So, because the Lakitus can throw Spinies on the ground, which is annoying. So they're just as obnoxious as their Super Mario Brothers counterparts. So.
hmm Star James 77 asked in the chat if I'll put his £10 to save Wacka, so I will.
Okay, yeah. You guys can. I don't think we have any like incentives left, but we do have a
We
bid
have the
wars.
Pokemon Bid Wars.
Yeah, we've got the Pokemon bid war and the Save Wacka Kill Wacka bid war going. So,
Yeah.
do we have any other bid wars other than that?
Not anymore, I don't think. I think they're all done.
Okay, yeah. So we are kind of reaching the end of the Nintendothon. Kind of. It's weird.
And congratulations to all you guys for fulfilling all the like required incentives. I don't think we missed a single one.
Nope. I don't think not a one. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So this is a hedge maze, which is pretty annoying. There's several like false walls, so you kind of want to hug the walls to find those. But anyway, this is, I believe, Rosie, yeah. So she's being a kind of a jerk, and she has the water stone that Petunia no, not Petunia. Lily needs in order to like not die. But she's being a jerk and is like, oh, but it's mine now, so I don't want to give it up. So what we got to do is find something more beautiful than her stone, and then she'll trade. So yeah, joik, joik, joik,
Mhm.
joik, joik. So yeah. So we, in order to do that, that's actually not too hard. All we have to do is go back to Posy. Yeah, that's it. That's the flower that gave us the dirt. So, um,
Someone said Rosie's being a prick.
oh man, you see, this is why I love the chat.
Yep, same.
Oh man, so yeah, yeah. So again, this is why this is why I think this chapter tends to rub people the wrong way a whole lot, because it's a lot of backtracking and a lot of fetch quests, which tend to not be people's favorite thing. But thankfully, once you get all of this done, like there's not much else to the chapter. Like once you get this major fetch quest done, you're basically you're pretty much done. All you need to do is to get Lackluster on your team, and then you're pretty much set. So it's not the longest chapter, which is helpful, especially helpful, I should say. So yeah, so Posy's up here, I think. That one thing about this chapter though is I can never remember what's supposed to be where, which is a little bit annoying. No, wait, hold on. Down here is... Yeah, okay, yeah. Posy's down here. Posy's past the red. I always kind of get confused because Posy... I remember that Posy is near where you find the yellow flower, the yellow berries, but that means that she's past the red gate. So I kind of get those things confused at points, but that's just me being dumb, so...
Have you ever found it kind of confusing? Because I noticed, like with the maps in this game, they kind of go off. There's no real marker as to where they end, but it kind of just looks like the map sort of just ends. Do you ever
Oh
get
yeah,
confused
it
with
leads it
doors?
basically it leads to another room essentially.
Yeah,
Like when they have those things, and that's I understand why that's there because that's just a space thing.
yeah.
I never really have too much trouble with that. Part of it's because I've played these games so much.
Hmm.
But most of the time the areas do transition in a way that does make sense, and the geometry kind of reminds me of what to do next, so I never really have too much trouble with it. But I can understand that it might give other people some issues, so there's that. And I really do not want
They
to fight.
they do kind of just jut out a tiny bit so you can at least see. So it's a
Yeah,
non-issue really. It's just
yeah,
something I noticed.
yeah. Well, it's I could imagine like sometimes trying to remember which leads where might be for someone who's playing this for the first time might be a little bit um confusing, but I think the areas are generally well constructed enough that it's not usually ever really too much of a problem. This is the worst of it because this is an area that's very sprawling, so
Yeah.
it's easy to get confused. Like, did this pathway lead here again, or did it lead to that other place? It's hard to remember at times. Uh, I really wish I had Lackluster on my team, actually. Ah, damn it! I fell. Does Bo still get her turn at least? Nope. Figures. I will say, having 2 damage dodges does make this an awful lot easier because damage dodge increases the amount of defense you get when you block. So with 2 damage dodges on, when I block, I reduce 3 damage as opposed to just 2 when I only have 1, and that's been making a lot of areas a lot easier for me. So yeah, that's actually one thing about the original Paper Mario annoying that's kind of annoying that Thousand Year Door didn't have, is that you only can buy like there's only like 3 badges available to you at a time in the badge shop, whereas in Thousand Year Door there's like 6, and they don't kind of randomize. They're not random. Like they might not be random. Don't take my word on that, but I believe in Thousand Year Door, if you like, a badge will stay in stock until you buy it generally, and then they'll change once you buy it, change stock once you
Yeah.
buy it. I believe. Don't quote me on that though, because the badge shop is not a place I visit very often in Thousand Year Door, so don't quote me on that. But yeah. Okay, so now that we've got the crystal berry, we can talk to Rosie and give her the crystal berry, and then we get the water stone, and then we can give it back to Lily. So yeah, a lot. I think when I played this for Brain Scratch, I cut this entire sequence down to about like 2 minutes. So that just goes to show how much repeat territory we get in this area.
Yeah.
But thankfully that also means we never have to go back to never have to go back through this forced hedge maze again. So that helps. Um, Boop. Ah, damn it. Okay. Ah. Okay, good. I'm trying to avoid enemy encounters as much as possible, just to keep the pace going. So, I believe we go to. No, that leads to Petunia and her general stuff. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna run away. We don't really have time for this. Oh, thank God. I was able to run. I by a pixel. I was able to run away from that fight. And if you might have noticed that I've generally stopped caring about my coins.
Yeah.
You get plenty. So, like there are a lot of RPGs where you're always strapped for cash, but in this case, like I don't really ever feel the need to worry about money too much. So, okay, no Amazy Daisy. All right, I do want to show off the Amazy Daisy though because it is pretty cool to be able to fight them.
If anything, the name sounds cool.
It's all golden and sparkly, and that's just neat. So
Woo! I like the sound of that.
yeah. So she told us to put our stones in the hole.
Yeah, buddy.
Chew. Okay, but yeah. So once we give her the water stone, she gets her little pond back. So that's pretty cool. And then for that, we get I think, miracle water, I believe it is. So we have all the things we need to grow the seed into a beanstalk to get to the boss. But unfortunately, the sun's not out yet, so we need to have the sun be out in order to get the plant to grow. But I will say I do like the water graphic on the pond. It does look really nice. So, there. I will say that this is definitely a late N64 game.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's one of the last N64 games to come out, but you can definitely tell it's a late N64 game is more what I'm trying to say because it's a very nice looking game. Like not the most graphically outstanding um, game I've ever seen, but it runs smoothly, which is something you can't say about most N64 games. And I think the game knows what it's trying to do art style wise. So there's that. Okay. Ah, man. I do know that I have to go back to this area one more time to get that super block for Lackluster. If you guys in the chat are pointing that out, I know that it's there. Like you can see it in plain sight. I'm waiting to get Lackluster before I get it so that I can have him powered up for the boss fight. Oh, there's the Crazy Daisy. Okay, hold on a moment. We are getting Bombette out and trying to blow her up. Okay, hold on a moment. I want to get the jump on this guy. Know what? Screw it. Oh, damn it, I landed on the wrong one. I really hope that the Crazy Daisies don't disappear if you if you fight the wrong one. That would be bad. But okay. I'm sorry. I really want to show off the Crazy Daisy, but I also just realized that if it attacked me right now, as opposed to just immediately running away, I would die because it does 20 damage. The Crazy Daisy does more damage than I think any enemy in the entire series ever does, like even the final bosses. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty obnoxious. So I'm definitely going to be healing before we start. Okay, no, it's still there. Hold on a moment. I really want to get the jump on it with with a bomb blast. I think that would be the
Is
best.
that a pun?
Um, no, not really. I wanna.
Mhm.
You can have Bombette blow up enemies and do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Boom! Yeah. Okay. So, first things first. Goombario. Tattle this guy. Amazy Daisy. Amazy Daisy. Yeah, they have 20 HP, 20 HP, and 20 damage. So I'm going to lullaby this guy. Generally speaking, that works. Generally speaking, that'll put it to sleep for at least a turn, or it
Yeah.
won't. And with my luck, it'll just run away. Yeah. Okay, so I did try to beat an Amazy Daisy. Okay, that's all I wanted to do. Was at least try to beat it. But yeah, I probably could have killed it right there if I had attacked instead of tattling with instead of tattling with Goombario and then attacked with Mario. But I am trying to get all of the title entries, so yeah. I don't think I'm going to, unless if I happen to see one on my way to getting that super block, I'm not going to go out of my way to kill an Amazy Daisy. So
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm going to save now that I'm thinking about it, because I haven't done that in a while. So, um,
Save early, save often.
yeah, so now that we've got the bubble berry, we can give it to the bubble plant, and that'll allow us to go over these brambles and into the other half of this specific area. So you do have to do everything in order, just in case you're wondering. So also he says, "Get a load of this," which
Get
I
a load of this.
get a lot of this. It's no use. Give up. So now I want a picture of that plant with a I want a picture of that plant with a Eggman mustache. You must abide. Hmm. Starstorm. Yeah, I'm just gonna Starstorm. Why not? And then I'll have Goombario tattle, and then he'll probably run away because he's a wuss. Yeah, these guys have 11 HP, but I do wanna have Goombario tattle just because I'm kind of I'm kind of compulsive about that. I like having everybody's HP
Yeah.
bar underneath them. It's just something I like. So
Someone told me that you could have power bounced the Amazy Daisy.
I could have if I wasn't awful at power bouncing. I am not
Uh,
very good at it. There are people who can power because basically the way power bounce works is you basically with the badge you can attack. You keep on jumping on you keep on jumping on the thing's head until it's basically just out of until it's basically just out of health if you can. The thing is,
yeah.
like, you keep on pressing the A button, and if you get the timing right, you can keep on jumping on the head. The problem is that after each bounce, the timing gets more and more strict until I think by the time I think it'll eventually get frame perfect. So, that's annoying. So, yeah. Also, this is one of the best music tracks in the game, and you can't probably hear it very well because the game audio is pretty low. But I did play it in the pre-show playlist. This is Sad Sun, and it's a shame.
Oh yeah.
It's a shame that this song only plays once because it's one of the best songs in the game. Like, I absolutely adore this song. It's such a sad and somber theme, but it's also insanely catchy too. I love this track. But anyway, here's the sun. He's being very depressed because the clouds from the Puff Puff machine keep him from climbing up into the sky, which is just which makes him very depressed. So this area is really just kind of sad because you spend maybe about a minute in here, which is not even enough time for the song to loop twice. And then when you leave, you never hear it again. And you have no reason to ever go back there again. Although, if you do go back after you get rid of the clouds, there is a different track that plays called Happy Sun. And since there's no reason to ever go back there, I've never actually heard it in game. So, I believe Tom requested that I talk to the sun after the clouds come out. Um, Hold on, how are we doing on time? It's 4:49, so yeah, 4:40. So
But this turned 449.
yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna do that just in the manner of saving time so that those guys can go on as soon as they're ready. But you can look it up for yourself on YouTube. The track's just called Happy Sun. For my money, I do think that Sad Sun is a better track. But it is just really cool that they have a completely alternate song there for the completely off chance that someone went to talk to the sun afterwards for some reason. So yeah, it's just very, you know how odd it is to see like 100% runs of games that you used to play as a kid, and then like
Yeah.
they find this secret room that you've never seen before. Like it's that kind of feeling, only with like a music track, which is a major kind of thing to not ever see. So I find that really neat that they hit it in there.
Yep.
Also, this is Spike, who is pathetically easy.
Spike.
Oh, Sonic Colors. Okay.
Yeah.
For you can make all sorts of different references there.
Yep.
I'm wondering if they're trying to go for Buffy the Vampire Slayer here because he's too cool for school. Kind of going for it, but yeah. He's a pretty good party member. He does join your party. He's just misunderstood. He joined Huff and Puff so that he'd be able to like be part of a big thing, man. But like all he's doing is picking small time fights, and he gets embarrassed by his girlfriend. So I don't know. I think he's a cute party member. So
Well,
Mario,
anything cute I like, so.
yeah, Mario. He was just okay. I'll forgive you. I'm gonna be a decent person. Although normally when I'm playing Paper Mario, I kind of pick the dickish options just for fun. Okay, so Mia, I've got an important question.
Yeah.
What are you fighting for?
Type A0.
For yourself or world peace? No reason. Why, Spike? I'm gonna do no reason.
What are you fighting? Oh my god.
Yeah. So now we've got Lackluster on our team, but he prefers to be called Spike. Lackluster, join your party. So he's a pretty good party member. You can ride on him, and he's a little bit faster than walking, but it's still not as fast as spin jumping. So that's still my preferred method of travel. But he's good for attacking aerial enemies in particular. Because he's got attacks that are good for that can attack like hordes of airborne enemies, and you don't get an awful lot of those until you get Spike. He is the last party member in the game, for the record. So
Getting quite late considering it's 8 chapters.
yeah, this is the last party member you get. In Thousand Year Door, you get your last party member in Chapter 5. Technically, I should say, because in Chapter you can get one of the party members in Thousand Year Door is also optional, so you can get them whenever you want. Actually, when I played the game for the first time, I didn't get the optional party member until after I beat the game, because I didn't know it was there. So, damn it. Amazing Daisy. I do think that Amazing Daisies can also randomly join fights. Can also be randomly part of other Crazy Daisy fights. So you got to keep yourself on your toes. Oh man, Lackluster's
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just Lackluster does way less damage than I remember him doing. But then again, I almost always have him at maxed out before I even have him in a fight. So there's that.
I get you.
Yeah.
Someone asked if you're going to get the Ultra Jump power up before Huff and Puff.
Yes, I am. It is that fight is obnoxious without it, so I'm going for it as soon as possible. So, as soon as I get this, because it's really not that far out of the way. Well, I mean, you do have to go to Toad Town Tunnels, which is pretty out of the way. But after I get this super block, I'm going to go do it. And then I'll continue with like plot and stuff. So, yeah, it will be like a 5-minute detour, I think, probably. And I also really don't want to fight any of these enemies. Wait, hold on a moment. Badges. I think... No, wait, hold on. I don't think these technically count as weak enemies. So I think I will have to fight all of them. At the very least, it's only one Crazy Daisy, which I can beat in one turn without taking any damage. So
yeah,
that's good. one thing in particular that I like about Paper Mario, though, which is something that you might not notice the first time you play it, is that every background is, like, every room, generally speaking, has its own background. So if there's, like, something distinctive in the background of the room that you're in, it'll almost always be represented in the background of the fights, which I think is pretty cool. Like, there are a lot of RPGs don't bother with kind of
Yeah.
details like that. Like there'll be like one background for like one specific type of area or whatnot. Newer RPGs are generally better about that, but that's mostly just because a lot of RPGs kind of use a more real-timey kind of system anyway, or not necessarily real-timey, but like they kind of just put you in a battle version of the same kind of area you were in, as opposed to making kind of a different set of assets like this game does. So,
We're lucky we grew up in an age where we had different backgrounds. Back in the NES days of RPGs, you were lucky if your fire dungeon had a different color to your ice dungeon. And
back
that
in
was it.
back in the day, like if you back in the like in most of the, it's actually kind of weird in Dragon Quest 1, each area has a different colored back as it like when you fight a slime on grass, there'll be a grassy background, and if you fight a slime on a mountain, there'll be a mountainy background. But in
That
Dragon
was
Quest,
seen as huge back then.
yeah, but in Dragon Quest 2 and 3, it's just black for
Yeah,
some
I've
reason.
noticed that, yeah.
It's so I suppose it's just got something. You know what? Actually, it probably is. Um, in the
Memory.
it's probably sprite limitations for the NES, because um
Yeah,
you know how in a lot of Mega Man games where the screen will go all black and then there'll be like a giant boss that'll just kind of maybe move around a little bit, but not
yeah.
really. Whenever the game does that, there isn't actually a sprite for the boss on the
It's a
screen. It's
background.
the background.
Yeah,
I think that like the Dragon Warrior games are doing the same sort of thing, where those
basically, yeah.
enemies are the backgrounds. So, that's interesting to think about it. But anyway, yeah, you have to talk to the tree if you want to go back to Toad Town. That's a good thing about this chapter, though, is that you are like a step away from the town area, basically at any point. So if you ever need a full heal, if you ever need to buy something, you are seconds away from doing that, which is convenient.
That's good.
A lot of this game does that, because in Chapter 4, Shy Guy's Toy Box, that also is the Toy Box is also technically in Toad Town, so they do that a lot. And are there any badges I want? Do not enough to spend that much money. Okay, let's get going. Also, if you're playing this game on your own, as opposed to me, where I'm playing it for this channel, I actually recommend going out of your way to talk to every Toad in the game. Every Toad in Toad Town, I should say, because each one has a different kind of like little thing that they talk about. A lot of them have like different little things that they talk about and such. And I think it's really cute, the kind of different attention to details that they have for all of them. Like some of them have kind of like overarching plots, and each one of them has a different thing to say after every chapter. So
Yeah,
they don't always just say the same thing over and over again. So that's more just what I was trying to say. Anyway, the reason why we backed out to get the Ultra Boots is that now that we have Lackluster, we can go over those spikes and head down here, which leads to... oh, okay. Maple syrup. I knew there was hidden... Ah! I knew there were hidden items in this area, but I forgot that it was right there. Okay, you
do the
can...
spikes kill you in one hit?
No, they don't kill you in one
Okay.
hit. I never understood that about
Mega.
well, not just Mega Man, a lot of games do that, where spikes are instant kill. Like, what makes spikes inherently more deadly than other things? Like, I never
Laser
got that.
blasts. Yeah,
La-
I never understood that myself. I'm guessing it's just quote unquote challenge.
Well, like, because there's stuff in Mega Man that I understand being instant kill, like the lasers in Quick Man stage. Those
Yeah,
look like those should be instant kill, but not so much like the stuff from, not so much the stuff from like, not so much just random spikes. Like I never really got that. And I'm actually running out of items. Oh, come on! This happens to me so many times. Oh, come on! No, I just wanted to eat just wanted to, no! Stopwatches are good. No, no.
poor Ted.
Oh, damn it. Ow! Fucking, ugh. Now I'm just annoyed. Fuck you, Spikes and your spike spinies, and you're gonna take a
Jesus. Oh, there
Starstorm
we
up
go.
the ass. Oh man, I hate these.
Can you hold on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Were you having like a Skype issue? Mia? Mia? I think Mia's Skype might be having problems. Um, shit. Uh, shit. Okay, so I believe Mia's Skype is having some difficulties. After I fight this battle, I'm going to go check on that because I did not want to do that. But after I finish this battle, I'm gonna check on this because I'd rather not go co-comless for the rest of the. Oh, yep, that's definitely the. You guys are probably hearing that right now.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you're back.
Um,
Awesome.
Basically, I started X split up, and it just it made Skype shit the bed. So yeah,
Oh man. Oh yeah. XSplit's
the
pretty.
worst.
XSplit
Yeah.
is pretty terrible. Oh, another Voltrum. Cool. I guess. I could go cook that beforehand or something. There's the frickin' Dizzy Koopa, Dark Koopas. I don't want to deal with them. Okay, but anyway, you do need to get the Ultra Boots in order to beat the game. You just don't need to get them now. I think the game expects you to get them before Chapter 7. But you really want to get them before you fight Huff and Puff because they increase your jump power and that is massively useful. So yeah. So I think there's just oh man, I hit a Koopa with a tornado jump. That's actually I don't do that very often. So yeah, one thing about the jumps in this game though is that when you start the game, you have the normal jump, and that has a kind of animation to it for when you're doing power bounces. And then when you get the super boots, basically what happens is that you get a different animation where Mario pauses in between each jump to do like a flip. But when you get the Ultra Boots, Mario goes back to his original timing, and that can throw a lot of people off. So that's just something you got to keep an eye out for if you're playing this game on your own. So yeah, just for okay, there is a
Wait a second. Did you just jump on a spiny?
yeah, I did. I have the Spike Shield badge equipped.
Oh, okay. That I was confused because that goes against my logic as a Mario fan.
Oh no, you don't. Oh yeah. Although there will probably be a Mario Maker level where you have to um, have the star on the entire time and make specific bounces over spinies hidden on tiny platforms in order to make it past or something. So, you know, that's gonna be fun. I can't wait for that game to come out. It's like 3 weeks or something. So, not too far.
I have no idea what just happened there. I'm very sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. It was Skype being stupid is what happened there. And I'm running out of item space already. This is, yeah, I should probably, is there anything I can get rid of? Okay, well, anyway, but yeah, Skype's being dumb. That's just how it rolls.
Yep.
Yeah, but thankfully we are at the end of the area though, so that's good. We're at the end of the area here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to get the, I'm going to get a super block early because I can do that now, and then I'm going to go back to Flower Fields so that we can finish the area because we are at the very end. What time is it now, Mia?
It's 22:03 here, but I'll get it up in American people time.
American? Oh, you mean freedom hours? USA, USA. No, I'm just kidding.
It's 3 minutes past 5.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we're on track, I think. We're on
Yeah.
track to end by 5.
Take your time, don't worry.
Yeah, we're on track to end by 5:30, so I'm not worrying too much. Shooting star. I don't need a Voltrum. Like, I don't need it. So, actually, before I go to Flower Fields, I might actually just drop some items off at the shop just so that I can get some more so without wasting stuff. Because I don't think I need 2 deluxe feasts. I think I'll be okay with just one. so on and so forth.
Someone in the chat said it's freedom o'clock.
Freedom of America, fuck yeah. Oh man.
Uh,
Okay, so now the way the door is secretly locked from the other side. Damn it. Okay. Turns out okay, so the game does keep you from going to chapter 7 beforehand. All right. If you go through that door and go to the left, there is actually what's this called? There is actually a super block over there, but we don't need it because I will be able to get another super block for Lackluster in Flower Field, so it's not too big of a deal. But anyway, yeah, let's go check some stuff at the let's check some stuff in the I think I can put in one deluxe feast. I don't think I really need. Oh yeah, I should have him hold on to the jam and jelly for sure. And I think I only need really one life room too, so I think that's good. Yeah, okay. Mia, are you still around?
yeah, yes.
Okay.
My Skype did crash for a sec, but I just snuck back in.
Okay, that's good. I'm sorry your Skype is going through all these issues.
No, I turned off XSplit, so it should be okay now.
Okay. What did you have XSplit up for? I'm just
In
wondering.
case we have to play music.
Oh, okay. Oh, for
Yeah, in case Movies isn't back.
okay. Oh, the jump charge. That's actually there's also the super jump charge coming up though. I'll just keep the I'll just use the super jump charge. So okay, yeah. So okay, so we're back with we have the ultra boots now. So I'm gonna heal at the Toad House. Although I don't know why I'm bothering doing this because I'm gonna level up in one fight anyway. But I'm gonna sleep at the Toad House and then go to the finish the area. So yeah, awesome. We are at the very end of Flower Fields though. This is, generally speaking, I think most people's low point for the game, but it's not that bad. I'd say it's a little dull but manageable. I think, and every game does have an area like
Yeah.
this. Like, something has to be the worst part of the game. That's just common sense. So, in this case, it's just this part of the game. So, all right, this puzzle's annoying. You need lackluster in order to beat this puzzle. Okay, so hold on a moment. Okay, actually, hold on. Oh,
Sorry, I have no idea what's causing it now because XSplit is closed. Everything, nothing should be crashing my Skype. It should be fine, but I don't know.
It's fine. Don't worry too much about it. It's probably just. Do you have? I'm just wondering. Do you live with other people at all?
Yeah, but they wouldn't be doing anything on the internet at the moment.
All right then. I'm not really sure what could be causing it then.
I don't think it's an internet problem because usually if it's an internet problem, it takes way longer to reconnect.
Man, it might just be like
I think
Skype,
it's my computer.
your computer or something. So I think if like if you reset Skype or like your computer, it'll go back to being fine. I think
Yeah.
it should hold together for like the 20 minutes it'll take for me to finish this for the 20 minutes it'll take for me to finish this area though.
Yeah.
So I think you should be fine. But anyway, with that super block, Lackluster will be ultra ranked, which is important for this upcoming boss because Huff and Puff is a lot harder if you don't have Lackluster at ultra rank, so that you can do max damage with Spiny Surge. So yeah, and I believe, oh yeah, the Puff Puff machine is over here. So you can one thing you can do is you can like talk to these people, and they'll just ignore you, and then you can whack this thing, and they're like, don't whack it, and then they're like, oh shit, you're Mario. It takes them like 10 minutes to realize, wait a minute, that's Mario, guys. We should attack him.
He's only the most recognizable character.
Oh, crap. Man, actually, you know what we should probably do? Hold on a moment. Mia, I think is technically hosting the call. So, what I'm going to do actually is get up for just a minute, and then call her, and then that should probably help because my internet at the moment should be more stable than hers. Because yeah, so you guys are probably hearing like Skype sounds and stuff, which I apologize for because I know that's loud and obnoxious. Okay,
All right,
Mia.
I got it on my iPad now. It should be fine.
Okay. Oh yeah, you have to watch the stream too.
There
That
we
might
go.
have something to do with it, but I'm hosting the call now, so I think that might have something to do with it as well.
It should be fine now.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm sorry about. Oh.
There we go. Yeah, I've got you here now.
Okay. I think I've got we've got bleed through coming where they can hear me through your speakers.
Oh yes, sorry. Don't worry, I'll fix that in literally 2 seconds.
Okay. Okay.
In.
Okay. So okay, yeah, it's fixed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's just because it was going through my iPad speakers and then back into the microphone.
Oh yeah, that's okay. So that's good. So what did you just put like headphones on or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Awesome. So yeah. So we should be good now. So hold on a moment. I want to take care of these enemies as quickly and most efficiently as possible. So
I can't currently watch the stream, but that should be fine.
Oh no, we're at the end, so it's no real big deal. Basically, what I'm doing right now is I'm fighting these Lakitus and a Magikoopa on the who are guarding the Puff Puff machine, and basically what that means is that they're guarding the thing that's putting all the clouds and flower fields, and that's making everyone depressed because they don't have any sunlight. So once you blow up these guys, you can destroy the Puff Puff machine, and then that's basically the last thing you need to do in the area before fight the boss. Because in order to get to Huff and Puff, who is guarding the Star Spirit, and that's your main goal is to get all 7 Star Spirits, so you can go fight Bowser. In order to get to him, you need to grow a beanstalk, and in order to do that, you had to do all your fetch quest shit in order to get the seed, water, and soil. So you know, that's what we were doing in the first half of the chapter. The second half of the chapter, we're trying to blow up the Puff Puff machine, which is where like Lackluster kind of comes in because you need him in order to get to the machine in the first place. So once you beat them the hell up, you just kind of whack the thing until it's destroyed. So you know, that's satisfying in its own way. But yeah, you blow the thing up, and yeah, and so with that, the sun can finally rise into the sky. And I do have to say, I love the background of flower fields once you get the sunlight back up. Like the sun, yeah, it's a really beautiful area.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's.
I'm just imagining it because I can't actually see, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, and also this theme playing is a remix of the Mario Brothers theme, actually.
Oh, nice.
Enough. I also really like the music to the flower fields in for daylight in daylight too. I think it's really pretty. It's a really pretty song.
Yeah.
But anyway, with all that said, we finally can go fight Huff and Puff, who I'm just gonna be frank, I am not looking forward to because he's an asshole. But you know, thankfully after you fight him, I found a letter by accident. Okay then. But anyway, yeah, so with that, that's all we have to do now is fight Huff and Puff, and it's the last fight in the game, so.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome. So, yeah, I should save. I should definitely save. I don't think I'm gonna die here, but if there were any areas where I would die, Huff and Puff would be one of them. So, a tree, we did a tremendous job. Okay, I'll stop now. But anyway, the game actually yells at you if you put these things down in the wrong order. You do actually have to put see, watch, I'm going to do water first. And they're like, oh, now, what are you doing? Haven't you ever grown a plant? So you do have to put the soil in first, then the bean, then the water. So the game makes fun of you if you've never, you know, had gardening as a hobby before. And I do like this sequence here where you see the beanstalk grow. But anyway, Mia, since we're nearing the end of the Paper Mario block, have we had any new donations?
I will check momentarily.
Okay, thank you very much.
Don't worry. Uh,
Yeah, because we are very close to the end. We've got the Huff and Puff fight, and then the Bowser, the Peach section, and then that's the end. So,
okay.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah. So, ho ho ho, success. So yeah, and also the tree dude's upset because there's some shade now because of the beanstalk. I don't know
Mhm.
why I thought that was funny too. So anyway, Mario and the Beanstalk is a way lamer fairy tale. For the record.
Oh my god, have you seen that the Mario and the Beanstalk episode of the Super Mario Brothers Super Show?
Maybe. When I was in like fourth or fifth grade, this was probably pre-YouTube. Yeah, because it was probably like 2002, 2003.
Yeah.
Yahoo had its own video player, for some reason, and it had episodes of the Super Mario Brothers Super Show on it. So like in between, so I remember there was a day when I had like a school project due, on the like a school project due. Like there was a weekend where I had a school project due the next day, and like I was slacking, and so like it was like a it was like a big like kind of like I say 10 pages, but we could put big pictures in and stuff like that or something.
Yeah.
But I basically what my point is that I rewarded myself. I rewarded myself for my for getting stuff done by for like each page I did by watching an entire episode of the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. With that said, I can't
Not
remember if
exactly an
that's
award if you ask me.
yeah. Well, no, it was good for a dumb if you were a dumb kid like me though.
Yeah, same.
But
I used to like it as a kid.
yeah, so but I can't remember if that was the first or the like if that was the first. I can't remember if I saw that episode or not. I'm sorry.
That's
Uh,
okay. We
uh,
got a new donation though.
awesome.
Shadow Dawn 777. What happened to your TV tropes readings? Also waffles or pancakes?
Um, Generally speaking, waffles. As for TV tropes readings, we stopped doing them for, I'd say, two major reasons. One is because, like, the page is very big now, so it would just kind of be a lot of us repeating jokes that we said before, and nobody needs a brain scratch the clip show. Um, and on top of that, like I don't wanna sound like a dick here because I love most of our fans, but there are a handful of people on there who are just very nasty, um, and
Oh, I get you, yeah.
say very and like write very mean things, and I don't want to call attention to those. We don't want to call attention to those in general, I would say. So that's mostly why. It's also not being updated very frequently anymore, so there's not an awful lot of reason to keep going back to it.
So
But
on the subject, I think you should make BSC the flamethrower.
yeah, but like that we need to get certification, and that just it's a lot of work.
Hmm. Should still do it.
We should, but I'm not sure if it's like a likely thing at this point.
Not yet.
Yeah, but anyway, Huff and Puff, he's an asshole.
Actually, I think HellfireComms the flamethrower would fit better.
Probably. They have fire in their name and such.
Exactly.
Oh man, I love Super Jump Charge. With a Power Bounce, even though I'm not that good at it, I did 20 damage to Huff and Puff, and he's got 60 total, so yeah. But the thing about Huff and Puff that's really annoying is that every time you attack him, he spawns these like mini puffs. So what you need to do is with Lackluster in particular, because he's got the cheapest like screen clearing move. You need with Lackluster in particular, you need to do his Spiny Surge to get rid of those, because if you get rid of them, if you leave them out, not only do they do damage to you, but Huff and Puff can suck them back in and heal the damage that you did to him, basically making that 20 HP I just did completely like worthless. Ah, damn it. I believe this attack he's also trying to do right now will also hurt my party member, so... Oh, no, I'm thinking of Buzzar from earlier. Okay, never mind. Anyway, I'm going to tattle the Tough Puff just so that I can. Basically, the Tough Puffs, you don't want to ever attack them, like, directly. You only ever want to, attack them with, like, screen clear-y type moves. And actually, do I have... actually, I'm going to see if Chill Out works on Huff and Puff. It probably won't, but it's worth a shot. Because Huff and Puff does do a lot of damage for this point in the game.
Yeah.
No, oh, it worked on him too. Awesome. Because I'm pretty sure, like, if I do Chill Out, yeah, if you do Chill Out on the Tough Puffs, they don't even do damage. So yeah. But yeah, see, like here, he sucked up those two Tough Puffs, and he restored a lot of, he restored some health. Thankfully, however, it was only 2 health, it was only 4 health, I should say, as opposed to the, let's say, 20 that he could have if I had attacked him earlier, so, yeah. This boss fight can be very annoying if you don't know what to do. Oh, and all of his Tough Puff minions, do damage. All of his Tough Puff minions are affected with Chill Out as long as he's affected with it. Okay. I wasn't sure if that was the case. Ah, shit. He's got the whole storm kind of thing going for him. Okay, what I need to do is do Out of Sight on Mario. Because he's going to do like a lightning attack at the moment, which will do like 10 damage or something ridiculous. And that's obnoxious. So, and so he's going to go like, and then he gets all sad for a moment if you miss, and which is pretty funny. So hold on, I already supercharged. We're going to power bounce. So hopefully I'm good enough with this to get him down to low health. Okay, he's got 10. So if I luck out and he doesn't suck up all of his minions right now, I can win in the next turn, and this will actually be a pretty. Nope, I'm not lucky. I should have known that he'd do that. Okay, he healed 20 and now, yeah, because that can happen a lot and it's obnoxious. But anyway, okay. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to use a maple super. I'm going to use a maple super to get some HP and FP back. Then I'm going to fan smack this son of a bitch. Because basically, that's what you want to do is kind of alternate between high power attacks and weaker screen clearing attacks in order to get rid of the Tough Puffs so he can't heal. But right now I'm getting greedy and I want to take care of them all at once. So I'm actually just hoping that he'll attack me like that. Awesome. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I make noises when I'm
That's
antsy.
fine.
Okay, so fan smack. Boop 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 boop. Okay, so he's got 10 health now. You know what? I'd be pushing it if I decided to. I'd be pushing it if I decided to power bounce. So I'm going to Starstorm actually, which will get rid of all of the Tough Puffs around him, and then also get him down to like 3. And so, like, if I'm lucky, I'll be able to kill him with 1 attack next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually just a normal attack too. I believe the more Tough Puffs try to attack you, the faster their attack intervals will be. So, like, if you mash the A button at the same like speed, they'd be doing more damage to you if they had more of them available. Oh wait, hold on a moment. I've never seen this animation. What the hell is he? I've never seen that attack before. Holy shit. Holy shit, I've never seen him do that before. God. Okay then. Well. Okay, well, I guess he only does that if you get him down to like less than 10 HP. Wow. That's interesting. No, he cannot lose. And then he explodes into a bunch of small clouds. Yay! Okay, so with that, we've got 6 of the 7 star spirits saved. Hooray, hurrah, hurrah, hooray! Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I believe it's, no, I think we already got Scholar. I forget this one's name. I'm sure he'll tell us. But with that, we saved book spirit. Um, no, Kalmar I think is the last star spirit. I can't remember this one's name. It doesn't matter. Okay, so it is that Mario defeated bathed in star spirit. So yeah. Okay, so anyway, now we've got what's probably the longest Princess Peach section in the game. So um we'll probably get it done in like 5-10 minutes. So this is definitely the longest Peach section in the game, though, I'd say. Unless if you're really bad at baking the cake. But anyway, since we won the quiz show, we can press the beat. We now have the sneaky parasol, which allows us to transform into anybody we hit with it. So we're gonna use that to up our Metal Gear Peach kind of game, and explore all sorts of different places. So yeah. Let's see. So the first things first, you're gonna wanna become a Koopa Troll here. If you ever want to get rid of the costume you have, you press the B button. But anyway, this is very important. You definitely want to stop by the chest and put your jam and jelly in there because if you don't do it now, you won't ever get another chance to do it again, and then it'll go to waste. So definitely remember to do that. Um, if you ever forgot to pick something up, it's generally not too bad because then you'll be able to like if you, for example, forgot to pick up, I think it was the deep focus badge on your way to the on in the one before chapter 3. If you forgot to pick that up, Mario can just pick it up once you get to the end of the game. But when it comes to the jam and jelly, that's something the game gives you for winning the quiz show.
Oh, nice.
If you don't get it, then if you get it, then that's your only chance to drop it in the the chest, and you can't pick it up later. So, yeah. In order to get farther in this area, you need to get the key from that guy and then head outside. So we're gonna do that right now. You can turn back to Princess Peach at any point, but there's never really any reason to do that, I would say, because there's never any reason to do that because if anybody catches you, you're basically boned. So, um, not like that. This is a G-rated, friendly, family-friendly Mario happy-go-lucky experience. Okay. But anyway, I don't know why they've got Clubbas guarding the Bowser stronghold, but whatever. So anyway, you need to transform into a Clubba. Unfortunately, you can't just leave, and you can't jump off of the castle either, even though Mario survived the fall just fine. But yeah, you need to transform into the Clubba because it's his turn to be on shift, and in order to see what's behind the door, you need to be the Clubba. So that's what you're doing. Generally speaking, you can talk to like all these Koopa Trolls, and they'll be talking about how Mario's really close to getting all the star spirits and whatnot. But there's just some general like plot kind of stuff going on. But I'm ignoring most of it just for the sake of speeding the game up. So yeah. I do the lighting effects are pretty good in this area though. I do like the kind of dark atmosphere. So yeah. He's gonna tell us, don't goof off either. You're on thin ice, buddy. Okay there, dude. All right. Okay, whatever. So anyway, yeah, you can either be on shift and just stand here for the rest of time, or you can explore the other areas of the castle. And if this looks familiar, that's because this is the area where we fought Bowser at the beginning of the game. So yeah, we're nearing. It's kind of like reminding us that we're nearing the end, I think, which is a good kind of thing to do, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we've got one last cutscene to go before the well, I guess technically two because we've got two technically because we've got the rest of this scene and then the scene where they talk to us in the flower fields. So, oh no, Cammy Koopa's got a plan for if Mario shows up. That's really bad.
Yep.
This is also I think a funny thing. It's just like she notices that there's something weird about the minion because it smells too nice. And it's Princess Peach. So yeah. that's just some foreshadowing about the final boss of the game there. So, yeah, awesome. So that's the end of the Peach section. Mia, do we have any final donations?
I just checked. No.
No? Okay, so... Oh, Clevar, that's his name. Okay, his name's Clevar. So, for rescuing him, we get the, I think, the timeout ability, which basically gives us a permanent access to the stopwatch item, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we are... Yeah, this is about the point in the game where we get to endgame level stuff, so... Yeah, so it's gonna get faux serious here, so... Yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna end things off here. So I'm just gonna go back to Toad Town and save. But anyway, I'd like to thank everybody for stopping by and watching. I'd like to thank everybody who donated. And I'd like to thank Mia for keeping me company. And even though he's
No
not here,
bother.
I'll thank Tom for doing the same. So, okay. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. And I hope you tune in tomorrow at 2 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock British time for the finale of the Paper Mario playthrough. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so... Oh, I
That
don't
was
know.
my phone.